good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on your time zone. Good to see you guys back. Just want to say a couple of hellos, calling out some of you guys in the chat who have been keeping me company while I brewed my coffee and got ready for stream. Dashran, hello! You're back for another year. The Abomination, welcome to the stream. Cam, welcome back. Vexy, hello and good to see you. CJ the Wolf Dog, always a pleasure. Some random guy, good to see you. Did I already say? No, I said Vexy, not Roxas Skitax. Wow, that's a mouthful. Tanila, I want to say hello to you as well. Dragon Fox Star, thank you guys all for joining me this morning. It has been quite the weekend so far, and I don't know, I mean, it's Friday, right? It is Friday. Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday now. Let me switch screens. Let me find the thing that switches the screens. Okay. Here we go, first year, woo, says the Abomination. Welcome, welcome, and I'm glad that you're able to join ArtFight. It's a great time. I promise you, it's a great time. Let me know, as always, let me know if the audio levels need adjustment. Sometimes the music's too loud, sometimes my mic is too low. I did have issues with my microphone just choosing not to work during my last gaming stream, which was a little bit scary, how it just kind of gave up on me. But Rox says the mics, the audio levels are good. That's good. So good to hear. So right now up on screen, I have two attacks on my characters on the left and right. The first one is my character Numelu. She's a fairy and she looks beautiful in this art. And then over here is my beloved steampunk character, Caitlin. And she also looks lovely. And today we are going to start today by finishing some revenge for these two people that I had worked on yesterday while I was at the beach because it was 4th of July. If any of you guys celebrated 4th of July, what did you guys do for the 4th? What was your big game plan? How did you spend your day? I know I spent mine out and about, which made it a little hard to do art, but we were able to get some sketches in the sketchbook for ArtFight, and we're gonna finish them first, and then we'll see what to draw next from there. And I'll probably ask you guys for your opinions and thoughts on what we can draw after we finish the first two revenge. Cam says it's 1900 where they are. That's 7 p.m. for those who don't speak military time. Serbs is you worked. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks. I actually did answer a couple work emails while I was at the beach, so it's never a full day off really, is it? The Abomination Team Seafoam. Yeah, Team Seafoam for the win. I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Team Seafoam fan because I'm on Team Seafoam. Tina, it's your 4th year, but you're taking ArtFight more seriously this year. That's always a good feeling. So I'm gonna flip over these tabs. So for Pinker 5, who drew this fairy for me, we're gonna revenge this character. I think it's so cute, her little witch character with this like cat motif outfit. I love it. And then the revenge on Caitlin, we're gonna hop over here, and this character belongs to Neflet, who I'm not sure if they're gonna make it to the stream this morning, but they might at some point pop in, so it'd be kind of fun to show their character being worked on with them here, but we'll see how it goes. The Blue Cruise, let's go Stardust! So we've got like a little bit of a rivalry in the chat. Love to see that, love to see it. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip over. You guys are seeing my references. These are my references. This is what I will be looking at while you guys look at the drawing that I'm working on. I agree. Rox says, I love their characters, so cool. Yes, they are. I love it. We've got a witch and we've got an elf, and we're doing that first this morning. Or evening, you know, whatever time it is for you. It's what I'll be doing first in my morning. And let's switch over, because I've got my... I know it's a little blurry. I've been trying to figure out how to keep it from being too sharp or too blurry. I can adjust as we go, but these are... Okay, so I started a sketchbook specifically for ArtFight, and at the end of ArtFight, I'm going to do a sketchbook tour of all the ArtFight attacks I did. But before ArtFight started, 6/22, I just tested out some drawings. So I drew, the first 2 pages are my characters. This is my character Dot from my webtoon. So I drew her, and then I drew my Pokemon trainer, over here, and I think I'm gonna have to bring the sharpness down a little bit. That looks a little grainy to me. You guys let me know what you think. But then I started doing ArtFight Attacks here on July 1st. So this was my first attack against two characters, two separate players. I kind of like combined them in the same attack, which you'll see me do a lot. And for the sketchbook, because when it's one character on the page by himself like this, I feel like it just feels kind of empty. So I'm doing a little bit more characters on a page at a time. CJ says they're working on an attack for me now. Yay, that's so exciting. Camry, I picked up digital art again just for ArtFight. I feel like I did the exact opposite. I always do digital, and so for ArtFight I wanted to go traditional. I've got all these supplies that I'm always talking about I need to use, but I don't know how to use them, so I'm kind of learning. You have no idea. Like, I've been watching so many videos on people doing sketchbooks, specifically with these markers, the Ohuhu markers that I'm using, so I can figure out how to do this. And these are two more attacks that I did. I really love this page. I love Mango the Snake. He's so cute. If you like him too, you can find him by going to this attack on my ArtFight page and then following that back to the original character's creator. And then also this lamp neck goose. I thought that was really clever and just interesting, so I drew that as well. And then over here, some of you in the chat own these characters, so shout out to you. We have this tank character named Hank. His name is Hank, and he is joined by oh no, I can't remember the toaster's name, but there's like this toaster and he does all these like bread puns. And so then I've got little Toast on here just kind of shouting we're toast and being very sad. But now we're on to today's page. We're starting here with these lovely ladies. And yeah, I think the sharpness is just a little bit too sharp. I'm going to adjust that a little bit because it's looking kind of grainy, pixelated to me. You guys can of course tell me if you feel differently about it, but I'm going to just dial that back like maybe this much. Maybe a little more. I don't know. Can we? Maybe here's good. We'll try here. We'll try that and see how that works out for us. I don't do a lot of traditional art on this channel, so I don't have like the best traditional art setup. When I'm like erasing and stuff, we might see like the camera shake a little bit because it's literally mounted right here to the desk. Like you can see that it's like on the desk here is holding the camera. So if I shake the desk, the camera might shake too. Just a little heads up. I don't want to make anybody nauseous, but we're going to do the best we can with the equipment we have. And then if this becomes a regular thing, if doing traditional art becomes a regular thing on here, because do note I am mainly digital for those who are new to my channel. Hello and welcome to my channel. I mostly do digital, but for ArtFight, like I said, these were my goals. I wanted to learn, practice, do traditional art, so we're going to do that. I'm gonna stick this down here for a minute because I do already have her sketch done. We need to finish the line art on this one. Where did I put? Okay, so I've got my brush pen here, so we can do that. And then for the first one, for the witch character that we looked at the reference a second ago, I did already pick out some colors. When it comes time to coloring the elf, I've got my swatches here. We can work on picking out reference colors like on stream, and then we'll pull those markers and do that as well. Love the pun, says Rox. I agree, they're so fun. It made that character so much fun to draw, but also trying to come up with a good pun was kind of challenging too. I was like, man, can I be funny? Like, can I make a joke? Do I know what to say? It was a little bit of an exploration, I think. Serby, hello, you finished your attack on me yesterday. That's so fun. Yeah, I am officially in revenge mode. So like I said in my previous stream, I was reserving my first 2 days, my first 48 hours for bookmarks. And so on that last stream, anybody that came into the stream could drop their channel name to me and I would go through their channel and I found and bookmarked some of their characters. Now, did I get through drawing all of the bookmarks? No, I didn't. So I'm gonna try to sprinkle them in as the month goes on. But at least for the first 2 days, for the first 48 hours, I wanted to just ignore revenge for the first 48 hours so I could focus on those bookmarks, and that's where a lot of these characters were over here. This guy, the green one, he was a revenge technically. I just kind of like, I sort of like transitioned, you know, I gradiated my way back into Revenges, so this is where we're at today. I'm just gonna have a sip of coffee. Some random guy says, my character is literally me in real life, but challenged yourself to draw quickly. Oh yeah, some random guy. Let's flip back just for a split second. Because I was talking about how I don't really want to do just one character on a page like I did here. Only because it's just so much white space and I didn't really know what to do with it. So I will at some point come back in here and, I don't know, add like little doodles or something to kind of fill in the emptiness, the empty space. But yeah, this is some random guy's character. It's a self-sona done to look sort of like an anime character according to the bio that he wrote on his character profile page. If you would like to draw this character, again, you can navigate to it by going to this attack on my page and then just, you know, following the links back to some random guy, of course. But yeah, it's just your regular old self-sona. So, you know, do what you can with the information that you have and draw the character the best you can. That's what we do with all of them. We draw our characters the best we can for all of them. We try to give you our best work. So for this elf lady, and if I flip back real quick, you guys can see the references here. Her legs, oh, her legs aren't on the screen. Let's bring this up. She's got these like, whoa, she's got these golden ties around the feet. I think I'm gonna add them with just like a gold paint pen afterwards. So my plan is to just ink the feet, like the legs and the feet with no ties on them, and then take the gold paint pen afterwards and add them at the very, very end. So I'm not ignoring, I'm not forgetting about this detail. I'm just gonna add it. Oh man, my mouse is like struggling. I'm gonna add it at the very, very end. It's gonna be the last thing we do. Okay, whew. Now is the hard part, right? The hard part is actually putting a pen to the paper and trying not to mess anything up. And I gotta say, like yesterday, I struggled. Like, you see the red still here for like some of the sketches and the red pen. I was struggling to ink this one when I got home from the beach, from the fireworks and everything. It was late, but because they were still going around the neighborhood and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep, I might as well keep drawing. I was struggling to ink this. Like, for some reason, I just kept inking outside the line. So there's like kind of a lot of white out. Like, there's white out here, there's white out here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's white out up here by the hair. The hairline got a little out of where I wanted it. So I'm gonna try to do better this time and hopefully that won't be an issue. What are some of the challenges you guys have faced so far with ArtFight and what it was that you were trying to practice? I know someone just mentioned they use ArtFight to kind of do background practice, right? So practicing backgrounds. And I think that's great. Backgrounds are so hard and it's a great thing to try and practice whenever you get the chance. And then some random guy said your character, okay, yeah. Favorite ink calligraphy pens. Oh, these ones? These brush pens? Yeah, I was sleeping on this, to be honest. I have another set that I've been using almost exclusively, but I was worried about taking them and losing them, taking them with me yesterday, and what if I lost it, you know? So I took this instead as kind of like my B-string pen. And I'm gonna be honest, it really delivered. I felt so relieved when I used this. I was like, oh, I don't want it to be less good quality than what I could do at home. But then I was like inking this one on the beach and I was like, no, this looks really good actually. This brush pen is really responsive, so I liked that a lot. Teen Lila says same face syndrome is beating you up right now. No, you gotta punch it back. Punch it back in the face. You can defeat it. You've got this. Dragon Fox says, mine was figuring out a simple background that didn't distract from the character. Yeah, that can be a challenge too. Sometimes it's like competitive. I did one year that I regretted. I'll show you. I regretted adding a background. Let me switch screens real quick. We'll come back here. And I will, yeah, we'll just bring this down here for a second. And we'll go to my old attacks. And we're gonna have to go back to the year that we did, what was it? Sugar versus spice? I think it was Sugar versus Spice. Here we go. Yeah, Sugar versus Spice. And this is the drawing I did where I added a background and instantly regretted it. Like, I wish that I didn't do this. Because I was trying to be, like, I was like, I'm just gonna blur it out, so I'm just gonna do something sloppy and lazy. And that's exactly what I did, sloppy and lazy, and it looks sloppy and lazy. Like, after all that effort I put into these characters, Sugar and Spice, I had to ruin it with a low-grade background. So I get it. It's like hard to get good balance with backgrounds and characters sometimes. This was definitely one of them. I really, really, really wish I did not add a background here. Brazier of Thought says, hey, how's it going? It is going great. We are working on some art attacks this morning, some art revenge, and also just kind of looking at some other things. And who was it that just mentioned a second ago that they drew my character, Princess Potpourri? I feel like that had to have been Tamer Cerberus because their character art ended up in my webtoon this morning. So if you read my webtoon, and if you haven't read it, you can still. It's on webtoon and it's on Tapas, depending on what you prefer. The title is Venerable. It's written down there, like right on the screen underneath this actual thing, this mobile preview. So yeah, I put like a featured fan art section for drawings of my characters at the bottom of each chapter, or at least I try to. And I show your guys' art and I link it back to you, so you can see down here the artfight.net /squiggly mark and then the creator's name. So this got added this morning to the chapter I posted yesterday morning. So this is brand new chapter, brand new art. And like, I really love it. It takes place in a fantasy world. I'm really proud of this last chapter. I think I did so good on the art. I'm really happy with it. And if you guys want to check that out, highly, highly recommend. I might be biased, but still recommend. I think it's a good story. I think it's a good comic. So if you like webtoons, there's a webtoon. I loved drawing her hair and her dress is so cute, says Serby. I appreciate that. Thank you. Plus, it takes a lot of time when you can be drawing another one too, says Dragon Fox. I think you're talking about the background thing. Yeah. It's a choice for sure. You have to like make a choice. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it's a learning experience. Maybe it doesn't pay off the way you wanted it to, but you still learn something, which is what I love about ArtFight a lot, is that the whole month is just practice and learning curve and experience, especially because you're drawing characters that you wouldn't normally draw. You're pushing yourself to draw stuff you do not normally draw, for sure. And then Serby said I learned to rig animations for VTube models, which is fun. I saw that. That is so crazy that you're doing VTube models for ArtFight Attacks. That's wild, just absolutely wild. In a good way, and absolutely the best way, of course. So speaking of pushing yourself to try different things, like I really do, every year I try to do a weird variety of stuff that I wouldn't normally draw. Like I would never come up with this character or that character. So I try to draw things that like I would never think of myself. So I've got some mechs, I've got some animals, you know? So we've got, I know this doesn't look like anime, okay? You guys don't gotta tell me. I know it doesn't look anime style. I know that some random guy in the chat, this is your self-Sona, and you wanted him to be anime style. I took the anime style version of him that you made, and then I made it in the me style. But I tried, I really tried. And then these celestial beings, like, isn't this just the craziest, like, but coolest thing ever? Like, the sun and this moon character, they're just so epic. And, like, I don't think I would ever come up with something like this. I think this is brilliant. I love it. And so, yeah, I'm just pushing myself to draw the kind of characters that you have in your profile on your, I just have, like, white out on my hand. The characters on your profile that I feel would challenge me. I'm really trying to challenge myself to do more unique stuff that I don't normally do. I know that's crooked, I'm sorry. Could you even see this? Like if I had it crooked, you can see him. These guys are so defeated. But yeah, you guys have amazing creativity. So creative. Everybody's so creative. You create the best characters. They're so much fun to draw. So I'm trying to learn by drawing your characters, and I hope that you guys are doing the same, like with taking this opportunity, taking ArtFight and learning with it, like giving yourself just all the freedom to explore and try new things. The Sun and Moon characters are really cool, so Serby, I agree. CJ said I finished my tag for you in the first 20 minutes of my stream. That's crazy. That's so good. I'll have to check it out, but I do need to focus because we haven't. See, this whole time I've been rambling. CJ the Wolf Dog already started and finished an attack, and I haven't even drawn feet. I haven't even drawn feet yet. We gotta draw some feet. KK, hello. Oh, I gotta go, but I'll try to come back later. Have a good day in live and love all of your drawings. Thank you so much. I hope you were able to make it back. Oh, one more distraction real quick. I got this yesterday. I'm so excited. I picked up this eraser at Target. I don't know like what was going on, but like all their typical school supply stuff that goes out at the beginning of the school year was like all out for sale. I think because it's summer, so they're just trying to like get rid of it. And so yeah, I got this really cool eraser. I love it because I'm able to like, if I like draw a pose and I'm like, oh, I just really don't want to use that pose, I can erase the whole thing quickly now. I like this a lot. And then I picked up these cute little, I don't even know what these are. They're like little donut, pencil, whatever this is. But it's really cute. And I thought, why not? It's $2. I can have some cute stuff. I'm gonna, some cute, meaningless, pointless stuff that serves no purpose other than to be cute. So I added that here too. You are on the thumbnail. I'm on thumbnailing right now. So I should actually make a thumbnail for my last attack, but I didn't. I kind of just let the website make its own, and then if I hate the one that it makes, then I'll go back and update it with a new thumbnail. But usually I just let it make its own thumbnail, and I'm usually okay with the way it crops. Simran Guy says I have a pineapple pen and a cat pen where you press the tail down. I think that sounds cute. I'm a big fan of cats, and honestly, I'm a big fan of pineapples. Like, seriously. Let me just prove it. I've got this, like, little squishy pineapple. I've got this one. And I've got this, I don't even know if this will fit on the camera, but, like, I've got this big fuzzy pineapple as well. These are my pineapples. So, yeah, I like pineapples and cats. I have 3 cats, 3 pineapples. We're doing things in threes. 3 is a good number. Alright, so for ArtFight today, because it is Friday, no, not Friday, I keep saying that, because it is Saturday, are you guys going to be doing ArtFight all day long, or do you have like other things that you have to go and do part of today before you can focus fully on ArtFight? Like, what does your game plan look like? My game plan for today is to just ArtFight the whole day. And then tomorrow I have a D&D session. And I'm getting rid of the extra, like, I'm flattening this out a little bit because she's barefoot. So I originally drew the sketch assuming there was gonna be shoes. There's not shoes. So we're flattening that out a little bit. It's Friday for summer. Okay, let me check. What is wrong with me? Like, what time? It's Friday. It is Friday. Okay. The holiday's messing me up. I can't tell what day of the week it is because I'm just so kerfuffled by the weekend or by the holiday. See, I can't even say what I mean. I'm not even speaking proper sentences. Yeah, it's Friday, but I do have today off. Does anybody else have today off, or do you have to go to work? Are you guys able to use this time for ArtFight? Or is it another work/school day for those who have summer school? The blue recluse says I usually have to do college work, but I just turned in an assignment and waiting for it to be graded so you can do ArtFight all day. I love that for you. I hope you got a good grade too on your assignment. But I'm so glad that you're able to just focus on ArtFight now. That'll be really fun. What a nice way to spend your day. Fishbone is done, says Vexy. Well, that sounds exciting. Also, that's a good name for a character. That's definitely got some that like inspires curiosity for sure. Cam asked, what is July 4th? They're Estonian, so they don't really know. July 4th is Independence Day for America. It's when we gained independence from British rule, so we celebrate it each year. But we just call it July 4th. I know it's like the proper name is Independence Day, but nobody calls it that. We just call it July 4th. It's the 4th of July. Are you celebrating the 4th of July? It just means, are you celebrating Independence Day? Excuse me. Yeah, I like this shape. I think that's safe to ink. We're gonna ink these feet, and then we're gonna figure out what to do with the eyes, the nose, and then these curled fingers, because I was kind of struggling with it. This hand pose here. That's why I didn't finish inking the hand. And then I think we can move on to color. Color is the fun part, right? I mean, figuring out the sketch is the hard part, but also fun part because, you know, that before you decide on one, the possibilities are limitless. And then when you decide on one, you refine it, which is fun too. Also challenging, but also fun. And then with the colors, by the time I have done the inks, I usually freeze up still because I'm still a little bit afraid. I'm still pretty inexperienced with markers. And I freeze up and I'm like, I like this sketch so much. Do I really want to put marker on it? But yes, the answer is yes. So we want to add color. And so I keep pushing through that fear, that like ice wall that I hit where I'm really afraid to ruin a drawing, and I just go over it. So far it hasn't steered me wrong, but there's always the chance that the next one will. But we gotta live, right? We gotta live, we gotta try things, we gotta be okay with making mistakes. And everybody in ArtFight understands nobody's gonna be mad if we make a mistake, because 1, it's voluntary, 2, it's free, 3, everybody kind of understands that there's no... I'm talking so slow now because I'm also trying to do the ink and I don't want to screw up. If I get distracted by what I'm saying, I don't want to mess up the drawing. But yeah, there's no, man, I really need a better camera setup for my, what do you call this? Traditional art. You guys get where I'm going though with that. What I'm saying about the mistakes and how the person who owns the character is gonna understand, because they too are an artist and they know what it's like to have to learn. And as just a gentle reminder, we're all drawing characters that we're not familiar with. So there's that too. Like, there are gonna be mistakes. Details are gonna get lost, you know? Things are gonna become a little muddled. We're drawing unfamiliar characters, and that's okay. Beautiful, I love that. I'm so happy with how that turned out, because I was kind of a little bit nervous. I'm like, how am I gonna draw these feet? But sometimes just keeping it simple, the kiss method, keep it simple, stupid. Sometimes that's the way to go. Oh, right, I still gotta do these hands. Ugh, my goodness. Okay. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I got it, right? I got it. I can do this. Oh, gosh. Okay, pinky, 1, 2, 3, and a thumb. Okay. I'm not gonna speak while I draw this part. It's gonna be quiet so I can focus. Hello, Abstracted. Welcome to the stream. You're here but late. You're not late. You're fine. You're on time. If the stream is still live, you're on time. That's the way I look at it. The drawing looks pretty and you love the characters. Thank you. And just real quick, I'm gonna flip over my references. Boom, boom, boom. There they are. That's a sneak peek. Okay, back to this. Okay. Oh man. Okay. I got this. We can add these fingers. It's fine. I got this. I'm not gonna screw it up. It's gonna be alright. Okay, and then we just kind of got like, oh no, that's not what the thumb does. Why did I do that? It's fine. We're fine. There we go. We have a hand. It has all 5 fingers. Fun fact, I drew on my comic, gosh, what day was it? just a couple days ago, because like I said, I just put out a new chapter. I drew the little princess with 6 fingers on one hand. She had like 6 of them in one hand. And I was like, oh, well, that's got to be fixed before it goes up. And then I didn't fix it. I posted it with 6 fingers. I caught it like 10 minutes later, and then I obviously fixed it and re-uploaded it, but yeah. For a hot second there, our princess was a mutant with 6 fingers. Kay Cauliflower, hello. Hi, you're doing great, mate. Thank you, I appreciate it. The AI is getting in your head, says some random guy. Yeah, the AI is befuddling my ability to draw hands. I was so good at drawing hands, and then AI came along and confused me. Oh shoot, and see, I keep putting this pin down, but we're not done yet. We still gotta add a nose, we still gotta add, by the way, my chair is like facing this way, like this is straight for me, the camera, this is straight for the camera, so I'm gonna tilt the book. That's just gonna happen. I hope you guys are okay with that. We're just gonna move this, just so it can be cute. Yeah, so let's focus, let's concentrate, let's put a face on her. Hi, Bub, welcome to the stream. Do you take request drawings? Kind of, I kind of do. Yes, I absolutely do on my regular streams. Because my regular streams, we make a comic together. And if you haven't seen that, do you guys care if we get distracted for a hot second? I know everything's been a distraction, but that's okay, right? Like, I will get through this drawing, I promise you. Once we get to the markers, it'll go fast. Let's switch over, because we do have some new folks joining us today. So what we can do real quick is take a look at what, I have like a little trailer, I have like a little 1-minute trailer to explain what I normally do on my streams, okay? I will show you this, it'll go by so quickly, I promise you, it'll be fine. And then we will continue with ArtFight. But yeah, as far as drawing requests on streams go, yes. On my regular streams, I take drawing requests. I draw your characters and I combine them all the characters you give me, we combine them into one comic. They become a one comic. Wow, I thought that was where I put that video. Okay, 1 second, I'm gonna find it. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna find this the easy way. I was trying to do it the hard way. We're gonna do this the easy way. I'm just gonna go into YouTube Studio and grab it. Cause normally what I was trying to do is what you guys would do. I was going to my gallery and I was searching it, but the trailer is actually unlisted. So there we go. This is the fast way to get to the trailer. So I'm gonna pause this and then I'm gonna bring it down here so you guys can watch it. We're gonna go full screen and full volume. All right, ready? This book is something that I picked up in Barnes & Noble, and I'm very excited about it. We are going to design a comic together today, and we have plenty of empty paneling to fill this comic in. We'll decide on what exactly it is that this comic is going to be about based on what comes up in the stream. It could be a Western, it could be a sci-fi, it could be a fantasy adventure, historical drama, it could be modern day apocalypse, so we could do dystopian, modern supernatural, we could do fantasy world, it could be entirely like a fae realm or undersea mermaid adventure. I really appreciate you coming to my stream. I will have this page all colored up and looking beautiful, so I can't wait to present that to you and let you see what this looks like in full color. I'm really happy with this. We will continue the story, draw another page to further the adventure, and if there are any new characters that want to be added, add those as we go. Let your imagination loose and we can just design anything right now. Okay, so that's basically what we normally do on stream. And I hope that was a pretty decent explanation. You give me characters, I draw them and add them to the comic. And we actually did do a deck of character cards also for your comic characters that joined via those streams. So Yeah, thank you. Okay, but yeah, I'm happy to explain that. I hope you will consider subscribing and joining the channel and coming and being a part of those live streams. Abstraction, hello Lunar. I've been sick since the fight has started. Besides that, it's been fun. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Also, Lunar Garden, hello and welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you were able to make it. Yeah, we're gonna work on these some more, these character revenges, and you did sub. I'm glad to hear that. The Blue Recluse, hello. ArtFight's going awesome for you. That's good to hear. Serby, I'm a repeat offender of backward thumbs on hands. Yeah, it can be a real challenge sometimes. Like, I do it too a lot, but I try to always correct it. If I catch that mistake, I don't settle for it. It can be tempting to be like, well, it's fine, but sometimes it's like, no, I want to fix it. Okay, Cauliflower, ooh, that comic stuff is fun. Thank you, I'm glad you think so. Also, what I was trying to say is that we did, on top of doing those, we did, oh gosh, we did cards. We did cards for them. Why is my brain like, just no? My brain's like, no, we're not gonna word today. We art today, we know word today. But with your stream characters, we did comic cards. How would we send you our OCs for comics? So there's 2 ways. You can send them, well, there's 3 ways. You can send them in the Discord, which is the most common way. You can submit them via email. I can give you an email to send them to if that's how you choose to do it. Or the 3rd way that some people have done is when they create a character off the cuff, they just explain me the character in chat, and then we add that character to the live or to the book that way. So any of those 3 ways work. I think Discord is the most common. But yeah, so you have lots of options for how you want to get me your characters. And then for the cards, do I want to do this? Yeah, we'll take a quick look real quick at the cards. So let's flip back real quick. I know we're doing so much digital flipping today, but I think this is also worth showing off because this comes from the same stream. So I do your characters. I actually end up drawing your characters a lot on this channel. I don't spend a lot of time drawing my characters on this channel. I do spend a lot of time drawing your guys' characters, which is what I prefer to do anyway. But those cards, or those characters on those streams, become these trading cards. So in that stream trailer we just watched, we saw Dave. We saw Zelda the cat was also in the last trailer for the live streams. Lily B, Pilferpuff's character. Those of you that know Pilferpuff know Lily B. We need a Lily B under the table card. I know, poor traumatized Lily B from the comic. And this is just another short, like I don't even know if this one's even 1 minute long. It might be like 45 seconds, but it's just kind of an idea. It shows you the cards. And these are actually in print now. So if you wanted these cards, you could get them. If you want to be added to the next grouping of cards, the next deck, just come to stream and add your character that way. And that's how they get added to the stream trading cards. All right, so now that we've dallied enough, we've talked about my comic, we've talked about my usual live streams, and then we've talked about the stream trading cards as well. Now we're gonna talk about some more ArtFights. Oh gosh, what happened? I was trying to read the chat and then something popped up. There we go. Oh, those are cool, sister. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. And hello, Rain for Coats. Welcome to the stream. We are multitasking today. That's what we're doing. We're multitasking. And I just hit the deck and I hit the desk and now the camera is shaking. Like I told you guys that would happen. It's just an unfortunate consequence of my current rig here with how I have the camera set up. I think I will probably do a lot more traditional on this channel. I know digital is sort of my bread and butter, but we're gonna try to mix in a lot more of this traditional stuff in the future. So I'm gonna try to get a better camera setup for that. So please bear with me while we get through it this way. I hope you don't mind. We're gonna keep things a little simple, and then, you know, as time progresses, we'll get more fancy. We'll get more fancy with it. This is random guy, Art Rave. This is like banjo music. What is this? What are we listening to? Oh, I wanted to also extend this. Let's play some Bohemian Beach music. How about that? And CJ the Wolfdog says, I got 5 attacks in today. You are so fast. You are so fast with your attacks. That's so, like, I don't have that kind of speed. I'm so slow. What's the email if you don't mind sharing? Yeah, I can show you that. It's the.perry.pictures@gmail.com. However, I will say if you're gonna send it to me, make sure that the subject line says subject line character for stream. Mark that in your subject line just so I can sort them out correctly, and then to actually have them added to the page during the live stream, you have to physically be at that live stream. So you can't like email me the character today and then me draw it when you're not there. I'll draw it when you are there, because when you're there I can ask you questions about your character, and also it makes more sense to draw for you when you're there, because I want you guys to enjoy the process. I want you to enjoy the drawings, so I want to do it when you're around to enjoy them. Vexy says I'm attacking Genshin Impact OC right now, and I love her design. That's so fun. And Mail is working on their 3rd animation attack. Oh my gosh, I think I would be so overwhelmed if I was doing animations. I think Pilfer is doing a mass attack animation. Let me just come in here and add some more line art to her eyes. And then I think we can kind of like add just a little nose for her. Got kind of a cute little nose. And then, I don't know, what way do we want her looking? Let's try to figure this out with pencil first. Do we want her kind of like looking to the side? I think so, because her hand is sort of the focus. I think that works. We'll do that. So I'm gonna just put some irises in there, and that's good. I think line art wise, we're good. I think we're solid on line art, thankfully. And we can start adding some color. I'm gonna let that dry for a second, and we're gonna do a quick erase with my boba. We're gonna use my boba tea to do a quick erase. It's gonna shake. Earthquake! We're gonna have an earthquake real quick while I try to erase some of these red lines. And if it doesn't all get erased, that's okay, because we're gonna be able to kind of like the red pencil. I love it. It kind of like just dissolves into the marker ink when you add marker, which is kind of nice, because then you don't end up with all these pencil marks under your drawing, which is cool. The Rascato is erupting. Yeah. It's gonna be like that. It do be like that, at least for now. When would you stream my character? Sorry for all the questions. No, it's fine. The questions are fine. I always schedule out my streams. I don't think I've ever, I mean, I shouldn't say never, you know, like, I don't think I've ever really done an impromptu stream where I just jump on and start streaming. So if you're following my channel and you turn on notifications, you should get a notification a couple days in advance of every stream when I plan on streaming, because I'll schedule the stream and then it'll have like a countdown on it for a couple days. That way you'll always know when I'm gonna stream. But it's usually, because I have a full-time job and I can't really stream during the week, it's usually on the weekends. Usually on Saturdays. I'll stream art on Saturdays and then games on alternating Sundays. Not on this channel though, the games are on a different channel, so don't worry about that. If you're not interested in gaming streams, don't worry, because they're not gonna happen here. We're only doing art streams here. And then D, hello and welcome. Did I see you earlier? I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing you today. Welcome back, good to see you. Ooh, I think I almost drank this whole coffee already. All right, so like I said before, we've got, wow, I slapped those down kind of hard. We've got some colors already picked out for the witch character, and if we look back at our reference, we've got Coral red for the jumper and the hat. Canary yellow for the buckle on the hat. We're gonna use brilliant blue for obviously the blue colors. Burnt sienna is gonna be the marker that we're using for the skin tone. But it's not Ohuhu's burnt sienna because that one's a lot darker than this one. I'm using Master Touch's burnt sienna. I just happen to have a couple of Master Touch markers, so I've got them kind of mixed in here. And then we're gonna use the warm gray 200, so it's like a dark warm gray for the hair. For anybody that like uses Ohuhu markers, that might mean something, I don't know, but yeah, that's what we're doing. So let's bring our thing back into focus. I wish it would focus better. I can't keep complaining about it though. I'm gonna stop complaining. We're gonna do this. Also, I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit because it's a little bit loud for me. Alright, so I exist. Hi, says Bingo Ned. Welcome to the stream, Bingo. We were just talking about Potpourri's Six Fingers in the comic earlier. For those of you who haven't met Bingo Ned is the colorist for my comic. And it helps keep me in line, keep me straight, on the straight and narrow, and help me get my work done because it can be hard to be, you know, like to adult. Just adulting is hard, you know. Like adulting in the sense that doing a full-time job is hard. When you have a family, you gotta like, you know, make sure that you're not neglecting your family, so that can be kind of hard sometimes because you gotta focus on not letting people down, not letting people feel I don't know, just like neglected. You know, you don't want anybody to feel neglected because you're doing art. Art can be so like lonely sometimes. Like you can do it in solitude, which is a lot of the reason why I feel so strongly about like not doing art alone. Like I mention all the time on my Canva, it's in my bio, and I mention it on streams here, that you shouldn't have to do art alone. Art can be a very communal thing. We do our group comic in my live streams that I talked about earlier when we were talking about drawing your characters and taking character requests. And yeah, I just prefer doing art with people. I don't like doing it alone. I mean, I like doing it alone, but it's better when you have somebody to share it with, you know? Or maybe that's just me, maybe that's just how I feel. I don't want to project on anybody. But those are my feelings on it. So I kind of like learned this little shine technique for like coloring with these bubbles to create these shines by watching, is it Draw with Sparkle or Sparkle Draws or something like that? It's somebody with a channel name that has sparkle in it. They will draw like these little like circle shapes, and then it just so happens that it creates that shine shape in the negative space, which is so cool. I just love that. And it really helped me with being able to figure out how to like get the appropriate amount of negative space, or to leave behind the appropriate amount of negative space to add a shine. Bubs, I gotta go, bye! Thank you again for helping me, and I sent it, so you see ya, bye. Okay, well, thank you, and thank you for doing the stream, and I look forward to seeing you next time. We are doing our comic stream so that you can add your character, which will be really fun. It's always a good time when we stream together and draw characters together. Like now, like ArtFight, like right now. Summer Guy, I used the pencil tool in CSP to get a shine effect on the eyes. I still have not learned. I bought the program back when you could buy it, like before they went like, you know, subscription model. I'm so glad I bought it before they went subscription model. Everything's a subscription now and it's so annoying. What was I saying? Oh no, I just colored the bottom of her hat. Oh, it just became part of her hair now, I guess. I have not learned the program. I bought it like a couple years ago, and for some reason, I just don't, I know the reason. I don't have time. The reason is I don't have time. Like, let's be completely honest about this. There's no time to learn CSP right now. I know I say that, like, and I'm like, oh, I'm using ArtFight as a time to learn. But I've chosen this year to learn traditional art. So maybe, I don't know, maybe next year I can learn CSP instead for ArtFight. But yeah, I've made my decision. We're doing this. We're doing traditional art for ArtFight. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But I will eventually learn it, and I will be able to take advantage of all these beautiful brushes. I do use it for my comic, but only to make like the word bubbles and I'll do a panel and I'll add a word bubble and I'll add a word bubble and then I'll export it and then draw everything else in Krita. So I do my drawing in Krita, but I do my formatting in CSP for the webtoon. Serbs, I switched from Psy to CSP a bit ago, and now you love CSP so much. Rain for Coat says I've just started working on digital art more for ArtFight. Yeah, like I said before, it's such a good time to take on new challenges and to teach yourself new stuff. ArtFight is perfect for that. I learn the most each year, I feel like, during ArtFight. I really do. So I like big advocate for using ArtFight as a time to learn. I think it's like the best time. Holy smokes, this, is it just me? Can you guys see the, I'm being so picky when I don't have, when I just don't have, you know, like, maybe blurrier or less, I don't know. I don't have the equipment to sit here and be picky, so we're gonna hope that this is good. If you guys are watching it on mobile, it shouldn't be so bad. If you're watching it like on a bigger screen, then I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the quality of this video. So it's powerful for basically whatever you're going for as long as it's not editing text, Bingo says about CSP. And Cam says nice hair on the drawing there. Thank you. Yeah, I love this design. I love these little like this little bubble ponytail thing that she's got going on. It's super cute. So I wanted to draw her because she seems to have, so when you look at the reference, and we're gonna look at the reference while I say this, she's got like multiple modes. She's got like full witch mode, which is like the far right with the spiders in her hair and the cat outfit and the pointy witch's hat. She's got, I don't know, like regular human mode with the shortest hair and the regular sort of like Madeline looking outfit. And then she's got the one on the far left, which looks a little bit hybrid or just an alternative. I mean, all of these, she could be the same, not even in witch mode. This could all just be part of her daily wardrobe and she chooses how witchy she wants to be or not. I am not sure, but it's really cute. And obviously as a sucker for cats, I went for the cats, and then I really liked the long hair, so we went for the long hair. And that's why she looks like this now, which is really fun. The bottom of the hair off like that, and do the same thing over here. So how many folks here in the Discord, oh my gosh, my words are slipping, in the chat, how many of you typically draw people, or do you typically draw animal type characters? Because I know that most folks fall into one of two camps as far as their comfort zone goes. And then follow-up question, are you pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, or are you looking and hunting specifically for characters that are in your comfort zone? And that's fine if you are, like, this is not judgment, no judgment here, judgment-free zone. But I'm just curious, because I know that it can be very, like, there can be a lot of variety, and it's, so Brazier says both and anthros. Yeah, so there's like ferals, which is like, so, I would consider this a feral, because it's a snake with snake proportions. I don't have any anthros in here yet for this year, but I've drawn plenty of anthros in the past. But like a dragonborn, for example, from D&D, that would be an anthro because it is an animal with human anatomy or proportions. That's what it means to be anthro. It's anthropomorphic. It's morphing between animal and human. So it's like that in-between stage. Cam says I'm most comfortable with animals, but you love drawing humans. And Culfer, I draw people usually, and I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone. Tam, hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am garbage at animals, but I discovered this painterly style and draw in literally 2 days ago while doing ArtFight drawings. So I'm trying animals with it, and it's turning out decently. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad that the experimentation has paid off, and that you're getting a chance to work on new skills, like hone your craft and work on some new skills. That's really great. I'm gonna leave a little kind of outline around the outside of these. I'm not gonna fill it in all the way because I'm gonna pick a lighter blue to kind of do the outside edges. I know you can barely see it, I'm sorry. Lunar Garden, I didn't draw any monsters and dragons last year, so you're gonna try that this year. That's a great idea. It's a great plan. I evolve every year. Like every year I try to evolve what I draw for ArtFight. And I think it's helped me. I do think that my art skills have developed because of it, and I've really grown. And it's so exciting too, especially for the people who are on their first ArtFight. It is so exciting when ArtFight ends, especially the first time, and you realize that you've leveled up. ArtFight definitely levels me up every year. It's like a must. It's not optional in my mind. It's an absolute must. It's a thing I must participate in every year if I want to get to that next level. So for me, I see it as like a must do for leveling up. It's my skill level up. If I miss it, I feel like I skipped a level. If I miss a year of ArtFight, I feel like I missed a year of leveling up. Culver says so true though. Yeah, absolutely. Tama, I didn't think about monsters. I just finished the attack. I was wondering, does anyone have a monster character they want painted? Yes, in the chat, definitely drop your characters. I know you can't drop links, but you can drop your character ID number, and then people can find it that way. So if you go to, like, if you put your character ID number, like, so for example, say I wanted to share this elf character. You just copy the character ID number, and then you drop that in the chat, and what the person in the chat can do is they can go to any character, they can go to their own character, and you see how it's got this part up here, / character ID number. You just grab that part, and you replace that part with the copied character ID that the other person drops. So Lunar Garden says, yes, I have a monster character. So Lunar Garden, drop your character ID number in the chat, and then Tama can navigate to that character just by using the copy paste to replace part of the URL. That's how that works. That's how I do it a lot of times. Even with your names, like you're like, oh, my ArtFight name is this. I will copy your ArtFight name, and then I will go to my ArtFight profile and then just replace my name with your name, and that takes me to your page. Boom. These are the trade secrets. This is how this works. Yeah. So I also messed up parts, I think. Yeah, I need to do the little cat noses with this color in the eyes. The eyes are fully colored in. So let's color in our little cat motifs. There we go. And this character's eyes are also fully colored in, so we're gonna do that as well. And the eyebrow. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And next color. Let's do the yellow next because the buckle's small and I don't want to lose it. So let's make sure we get this buckle on here. That's all we needed the yellow for, just that one little buckle. And now for the red. Also, did the music end? No, it's still playing. Okay, good. Hello again, Dee. I know that you were just here, but I saw your name and I started talking before I fully thought it out, so I had to finish what I was saying. I accidentally put 4 3 times. I got one. Okay, good. You guys are doing it. You're sharing. Yay! Yeah, use this opportunity. Like I say in every ArtFight stream, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The other people in the chat are active players. Do with that knowledge what you will. It's very good information to have. So let's go ahead and start coloring this jumper. This outfit is so cute. By the way, I would wear this. If I had this in real life, I would wear this. I love this outfit. I think it's super cute. Do you ever pick out a character just based on like something like that? You're like, oh my gosh, that outfit is everything. I'm gonna draw it just because that outfit's really cute. Do you ever like find yourself doing that? Because I would wear this for 100%. I think that's actually why I picked this one. I was like, this is a revenge. Like I said, we're doing revenges on the stream. She already drew for me, so I'm drawing back for her. And this is also one of the players that I've been playing with for years. Like we just go back and forth and we redraw for each other each year. So it's like, I don't know, it's just, it's fun to make ArtFight friends on the ArtFight website. And I always come back and try to like check in on people and see how they're doing, how have things changed, and you know, just that kind of stuff. And some of them do the same thing. It's kind of nice to just have your ArtFight friends who remember you and they check in with you and they draw for you again, and you can kind of just do this almost routinely. It's got like a comfort to it. There's something comforting about coming back and checking in on the same people, your ArtFight acquaintances, people you've met playing this game, and just staying in touch. It's really nice. So I kind of like the outline effect that this has, but unfortunately I fully colored in the bottoms already, so I can't be making the top material shiny after I already like made the bottom fully matte. So I'm gonna color in the gaps I left. But it's good to know for future reference. I can do that with clothing, not color all the way to the edges, and then it just kind of looks like it has a nice shine to it. Lesson learned, am I right? I love drawing fun hair designs, says Serby. You do that with hair. Yeah. I think it's great. Whatever it is that strikes your fancy, that gets your attention and draws you to a character, lean into it. Like, let that guide you. Let that inspire you. There's so much opportunity. Ooh, there's opportunity right here to make this hat kind of shiny. Ooh, of course I'm gonna do it. Of course I'm gonna do it. But yeah, like, I'm all about it. If something just speaks to you, go for it. Don't hold back. It's ArtFight. Why would you? Why would you hold back? Who would do such a thing? Who would do that? That's silly. It's absolute silliness. Oh, right, the boots are red too. Okay. I don't have like any separation between the boot and the pant legs, so I might try to do like just leave a little white space to create some separation between the pant and the boot. Does that make sense? Wow, that's some I Dream of Jeannie stuff right there. That sound it just made. By the way, this playlist is just the, what do you call it? The YouTube audio library. I just pick songs off of there over time that I like, and I just star them, and then when it's time to stream, I go to the YouTube Studio audio library, I click on my starred songs, and then I just play all. This way I know I'm not gonna get like a copyright claim. And also that, for the most part, I should like all the music that plays on it. I think this song is the one that I put on my Drawloween video last year, Drawtober, basically Inktober, but minus the ink. We did a Witchtober, that's what it was. Witchtober last year, and then my video, this song was the song that I played for it, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was very fitting. I might be wrong, but I think that's what this is from. To me, it's familiar, but other people might know it from other videos, from other channels, who knows? We're all using the same stuff here. Everybody's using the same music for their videos. It's not nearly as super obvious as it is with TikTok music, but you hang around YouTube long enough, you'll start seeing some music being recycled, other channels using the same stuff. All right, I do really like this color. I think it's going to be a good match for the reference. That's the other thing too, for people who are drawing traditional art, do you ever get like worried about not being able to color pick, or do you consider it a relief where you're like, oh well, like if the colors aren't a perfect match, you know, go easy on me because I don't have an ink dropper, like I can't just color pick like on digital. Does it feel like freeing, or does it feel like more pressure to get it right without having the option to just kind of like ink drop the color? Serp says, I use Incompetech music for mine. It's funny hearing those songs in other videos. Bingonet, digital is practically free at this point. I've had a sketchbook for ages now and never did anything with it. Literally same. That's why we're doing this now. This is why this exists. It's why my travel sketchbook series that I did last year exists. Even though I know that like it didn't really perform well on the channel, I felt like it was really important for me personally, my personal growth, to still do it. So I went through kind of like that phase where I was doing a lot with my travel sketchbook, which again, it's like, I'm telling you guys, like, even though I have 10 years experience in digital art and my digital art is kind of like hit a decent skill level, right? Where I feel kind of like secure in my art and I feel secure in my ability to like give advice on digital and stuff. When I went back to my sketchbooks, right, trying to do that for the first time, kind of, it definitely felt like a learning process. I felt very much like a beginner. Hello, Ram. You finished an attack for me? That's exciting. I can't wait to see it. So, for example, I have it here. Here's my travel sketchbook. And also, might I just say that the quality of the paper makes a huge difference. Coloring in this book, which was made for markers, this is an Ohuhu marker, like it's a book that they sell specifically to go with their markers. It's a Ohuhu marker pads. That's what this book is. It makes such a difference to have the right paper for the markers. I feel like my skill level jumped enormously just by coloring on the right paper. And then this is like my sketchbook that my travel sketchbook that my sketchbook series was on. And I do still really like the pieces I did in here, but this is obviously very much a beat up old sketchbook that like, oh, and then from the con, of course. Oh yeah, that is The Odd Ones Out. He drew and signed this for me at VidCon. But that said, wait, is that turtle a Squirtle? So cute, says Tama. It's not, but it is kind of colored funny. I just didn't have the right colors, so I just colored it like that. Oh, I need to get something for that real quick. Ah, I forgot. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to pick up, oh gosh, that was shaky. Now this is probably dry and this isn't gonna blend, which is gonna be a problem. I tried to pick up some color. A little bit of just a little red. And I'll see if I can blend that out a little bit on the face. I might just be adding too much. We'll see. When it dries, we'll see. I'll let that sit and dry, and hopefully I didn't just make the face way too dark by adding a second layer of the original color. We'll find out. But in case I did, I'm just gonna try to like shade a little bit in here. Let's let that dry and see what happens. I appear to have made lava eyes, so some random guy. Be on pause. Oh, my cat is latched into my leg for comfort. That's so cute. I have what I call lap kitty time and cat paralysis when my cats do stuff like that. I'm like, oh no, I can't go anywhere or do anything. My cat is on my lap. I am a prisoner until it decides to move. Because cats have final say, right? Like that's how that works. Cats are the rulers of the household and we just kind of like acquiesced to all their needs and wants. Pretty sure that's how that works. If not, we've been doing it wrong in my house all along. Because that's how we've been doing it. Man, is there a way? Goodness gracious. So maybe if I swing this over here, you can kind of see the reference. My cat lies on top of me in bed, says some random guy. Yeah, mine likes to do that too. It's the worst when they do try to sit on your face though. They're like, oh, yes, the face. That's where my butt goes. Perry, I'll wait for my cue, says D, and then they added their monster character. Oh gosh. Here we go, that's a little better. I had to like get the music back where I could use it. Okay, so you'll wait for your cue and you added a number. All right, sounds good, sounds good. And also remember, you guys don't have to like be shy. Draw each other's characters. You see these IDs dropping in the chat? Snag a few of them, grab them, check them out, draw them, surprise each other. It's all about giving gift art. That's what ArtFight is. I'm just gonna come in here now with this white rolly gel pen and try to add a little bit of highlight and separation in a couple places where I think it'll look good. So like the seam, I think I could like bring that out a little bit more by adding a little bit of a highlight to it. The collarbones, use a little highlight. The nose. Goodness gracious. The photo of this will go up and it's gonna look so much better, trust me. It's gonna be good, I promise. Once I get a good and proper picture of it. And then I think too, hopefully I'm not overdoing it too. Like, do you guys ever worry about that? Like, does that ever like, is that lingering constantly in the back of your mind like it is me? Like, you're just worried like, oh no, I could do this other thing, but is that gonna be too much? Am I overdoing it? Do you guys like worry about that? because I know I do. It lingers in the back of my brain sometimes. Bexy says, I have obtained food. That sounds good. And Tama says, I found one of y'all's characters to attack. Mwahaha. They didn't say mwahaha. I added that. They put a mwahaha emoji, so I'm just interpreting it that way. Some random guy says, mine doesn't sit on my face, but he does lie next to me and look into my eyes. Well, that's a sweet kitty. That's a very sweet kitty, and she's using her claws. That is a less sweet kitty, but they mean well. We think they mean well. We don't actually know, but we think they do. We think they mean well. All right. I believe I say as I'm like still goofing with this and still like doing little touches here and there. But I believe for the most part, that's good. I'm gonna let that sit for now. And we're gonna try moving on to this other character on this side. I think I might have hit the bottom of the list. Yeah, so we're gonna scroll back to the top. And Serby says, my dog likes to sit on plastic bags or things that crinkle and make noise. That's really cute. Cute and harmless. I would prefer that over face sitting for sure. Drawing a rose is a pain, says Cam. And Bing said, I said in the Discord, but I'm looking for RPG type characters to draw. Yeah, hit Bing up with some RPG characters. If you've got them, drop them character ID numbers in the chat. I think what we can do now is take a look over here at this character reference, and I'm gonna try and bump her over. There we go, so we can, oh no, what happened? What happened? Too much? No. That's better, okay. It was just being a little bit, it was giving me a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's fine. It's fine now. We've got this. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is put back these, and then we're gonna do a fresh set. We're gonna pick out that one too. A fresh set of colors for this character. So we're gonna need some splotches, and then we're gonna do some character color picking, and then we're gonna do some coloring. And then we're gonna figure out what else this page needs, because honestly, the characters are cute, but they're kind of just standing in a void. and I prefer not to submit them just standing in a void. I wanna add something to make it just look a little bit more polished. So we'll do that too. Okay, cool. So those are put away because I like to be organized. And now we can do this. Tam says, not full nutty, just NSF dub adjacent. What are we talking about right now? That's my D&D NPC, but be warned, she's a tad risque. That's what Tam says. I feel your pain, by the way, Cam, on the rose drawing. Good luck and best wishes for drawing your rose. Everyone, well, a rest of stream. I feel like I missed something there, so let's take a look. We're gonna scroll up. Raincoat's gotta go now, but hope to catch the next stream and wish everyone a well rested stream. I hope you guys have a good rest of stream too. And thank you, Raincoat, even though you're probably already left, but thank you so much. Yes, I think I'm all caught up. If I did miss anything in the chat that you want me to read, just say it again and I'll read it then. And I apologize for anything I might have missed. Just, you know, just one person trying to operate a whole stream by myself. So sometimes that can be a little difficult. And then Ram says, I just gonna drop 2 of my OC IDs in here. Yeah, of course, that's okay. Go for it. Drop your character IDs. I encourage community interaction. I want you guys to interact with each other. So please do. And then let's take a look here. So color-wise, I feel like this mint green would be really cute for the outfit. It looks a little bit bluer here. So maybe not. Maybe we'll try pale green. Yeah, I think the pale green works a little bit better for the outfit. So pale green. We can do lemon yellow. So pale green, lemon yellow. And then we need kind of an adjacent, this blue for the not skirt, but you know what I mean, like this kind of skirt-like thing. Hello, Goobs, and welcome to the stream. Happy to see you. Happy you joined. Lunar Garden dropping your ArtFight name. Yes, share, like I said, and I'll say it again. The folks in the chat are active ArtFight players. Take advantage of that. Get each other's ArtFight names, get each other's character ID numbers, do a lot of trading and swapping, because this is the perfect place to find active players. We're gonna do this color too. So we're gonna do mint green, pale green for the outfit. We're gonna do this, what is it, lemon yellow up here for the accents. And then for skin tone, actually it's like all coming out of this line right here. This pastel violet might be really good for skin tone. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grab, oh, and hair color. We need hair color. Shoot, I don't want the hair to be too dark. What I'll do is probably grab the lavender here and then just blend these two. Start with this and then blend in a little bit of this to darken it where I can. But they're very similar skin and hair tone. All right, I'm gonna grab those. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna set this to BRB, but I will be back. We are back from the BRB, and I've got with me a little kitty. Little Popos was trying to sit in my chair, so now he gets to ghost on the stream for a second. I'm only seeing the top of his head, but he's a good boy. Most of the time he's a good boy. Love you. Alright, so I got the colors. I got the goods, you guys. I got them. Look at these beautiful colors. All of this beautifulness is gonna go with this character here. So we are ready. And like I said, after we get her colored in, honestly, I want to find a way to kind of like dress up the rest of the page. Kind of like how if we flip back a page, I added like just the square back here and some drop shadows and stuff like that to help just make the page look a little bit more polished. Same thing here, adding the circle behind the duck to give it a little bit more polish. I don't think I'll do this again, the full, I just don't think it would fit that one, but this, it worked here. It worked for this, just going full black behind here. Here's an example. Like, just little shapes and stuff to fill in this empty spaces. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We need some of that for our girls. So once she's colored, we really need to brainstorm here. And I'm asking for your guys' help. Brainstorm what you think I can do to help. Just kind of like fill in the page, you know? Resharing says Goobs. Cam and one of my characters, oh yeah, I guess I should read what I missed, huh? ArtFight name is the same as the name here, says Tama. It's like a Tamagotchi in the fruit I always revenge. Winky face. Serbs, never mind, I forgot my YouTube name is different now. Your ArtFight name is, yeah, Tommy, I was showing your art earlier at the beginning of the stream. The fact that we added it to the, gosh, why am I blanking? We're gonna do yellow first. We added it to the webtoon. I did that this morning, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, but it's up. It's up. I can show you here. It is up on the webtoon. So if we go, we're gonna skip all of that stuff. I love this. King space kills me. It's funny. I love it. Yeah. There it is. So, you mentioned that your ArtFight name is Tommy Service, and there it is. There's the artwork that you did, the art attack. So if you, by the way, folks, if you draw one of my webtoon characters for ArtFight, they will end up in the webcomic. That's how this happens. This is how you end up in the webcomic as a featured fan art. Draw one of the webtoon characters in my gallery for ArtFight. And there's, yeah, you did see, yeah, good. Star or sparkle background, yeah. I'm loving it. I think stars and sparkles would go with these girls really, really well. When I try to put squiggly lines on my computer keyboard, it just gives me a doodle handle, or a dough handle. That's weird. And then Vexy dropped a link, or not a link, a character ID number. Yeah, there's lots of character ID numbers in the chat. Scoop all of those up, scoop them all up. This is the time to get character ID numbers to active players, because we know everybody in the chat is being active because they're here. Actively joining me for an ArtFight stream. Presumably, many of you are also drawing, which I think is wonderful. And we're gonna go ahead and just kind of like fill in the gold trim on this outfit. And we need to do the same thing here for one of these. One of them is gold. Is just one of them gold? I don't know. I'm gonna kind of do, I think I'm gonna do them all gold just because I know as tiny as I drew this in the book, the best way for them to show up is to be gold. Especially if the back of it's gonna be green anyway. So there we go. We're gonna let that be a gold accent. A little bauble here in the center. Looks good to me. I'm liking these eyes so far, System Reno Guy. I'm glad that that's working out for you. All right, so let's pick another color. Which one do we want to do next? Since we did that, let's do, so we got the gold of the shirt, let's do the green of the shirt, shall we? I think we shall. Let's do that. It's gonna be this one, because this is for the skirt piece. So we're gonna come in here. We're gonna do, yeah, let's do this. Have you guys played any good games recently? Because I've been playing kind of like the same one for about a year, maybe more, I don't even know. But I've been playing Stranded Alien Dawn for a very long time. And then I kind of recently started playing Palia. and Pal World briefly, but I feel like I kind of fell off the Pal World bandwagon a little too fast. I wanted to get more out of it, but then life happened. You know how it is. And when life happens, you don't always have a say in how much free time you have for playing games. But I am curious because I heard there were some good games that came out recently, and I would just like to know if you guys have found any and are playing any. Cam says Warframe. I haven't heard of it. I assume it's kind of like a war game though. Is it like an RPG? Is it a first-person shooter? What kind of war game is it? Just trying to get in here without smearing the ink. I do find I am noticing that the ink is smearing with the marker, so I gotta be a little bit careful with this one. I might switch in the future back to my other brush pens because they weren't as smudgy when I would come in with the color afterwards. So that might be a deciding factor for me on which pens I use moving forward. I might not use this one again for marker art. For other art, definitely, because it's a very good brush pen and it has a lot of control for the thickness and thinness, the line variation. I like that. I like the line weight variation. But if I'm going to color it with markers, I need to be able to color it without smudging. This is getting a teensy bit smudged. Just a little. Vexy says that you're probably gonna draw a better reference of your OC carries. Old ladies are hard to draw sometimes. Yes, they are. But I love it. I think we need more old lady characters for sure. If you didn't already know, my webcomic is actually the main character is an old lady. Old lady Marty is trying to save a magic kingdom. So she kind of like had her Lion in the Witch in the Wardrobe moment where she got swept away into a magical world. And she's basically, she's the chosen one. It's not some kid, you know, it's her. An older woman is the main character, the protagonist. And so she is navigating her hero's journey, basically. And it's really fun. It's really fun to write. It's really fun to draw. But yeah, it can be a little bit not confusing, but it can be like, you kind of gotta rethink sometimes how you're drawing your character. Because you're like, oh, I gotta make sure that I'm drawing her in a way that showcases her age, because she's not meant to be just a generic young teen or 20-something. She's meant to have some experience, some life experience, some age, and we want to see that on the character. Not just in the story notes, like the exposition, where you can just be like, oh, and this character's been around for 60, 70 years. Like, no, we want to see it in the character design. I don't think we get enough of that, honestly, so I'd be curious to check out your character. Carrie, you said? Your OC Carrie? I am all about variety. I'm all about variety. It's the spice of life. We love a variety of characters. We love a variety of age ranges for our characters. Not everybody has to be a budding tween. There we go. I mean, you guys, can you see that smudging? This is definitely picking up the marker, the pen, and smearing it. I don't love that for us, but we'll get by. We'll make do. We'll live. I might do. Yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna make this part yellow. Because I kind of added that. That wasn't on the original. So in the original, can you see it? Yeah, her shorts look a little bit more like yoga shorts, yoga pants. They look kind of spandexy. And I thought maybe it wouldn't be too bad if I just kind of fantasy landed up a tiny bit to go a little bit more with a fantasy kind of other clothing that she's wearing. So it's just a small edit, small detail change, just to add a little bit more detail to the design. Hopefully Neflit, it's such a super small change. I don't know that it would be very noticeable. So I'm helping, it's not a big deal. You can tell I'm focusing, right? Because like I stop talking when I'm like focusing really hard. I'm like really, really focusing hard, trying to not go over the smaller details. Amelia says, can you turn the music down a little bit? Yeah, absolutely. Oh man, it's been high for a while. I turned it up for the trailers. I did not realize I left it up. I'm sorry. That was really loud. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for calling it out. I appreciate it. Definitely saves me a lot of trouble when you guys tell me stuff like that, because then later when I go back and I rewatch these streams looking for like any technical errors or any kind of thing like that, or for the chat if there's anything I missed, and I don't want to be like rude and ignore anybody, so I'll go back and I'll rewatch them just to try to catch anything I might have missed. And sometimes I notice like the volume is off. You guys can't hear me, or the music is too loud, or the music is too quiet and nobody hears it, and I'm like talking about like, oh, I like this song, and then there's no song. And it helps a big time when you guys tell me these things. Like, it's really, really helpful information to have. I actually really, really love this color palette. I think these colors look so good together. Oh no, I just colored over the lines. Her legs now have a little bit of green on them. But yeah, I think this is such a nice combo. What a pretty palette. I can't tell you how many times I've streamed with the game audio so incredibly loud and nobody bothered to tell me, says Serby. Yeah, it's like, it can be a struggle. People don't want to impose. They don't want to like tell you how to run your stream or whatever, but it's like, no, I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me when something's wrong, because I can't tell from where I'm sitting, because I'm not able to preview the stream while it's live. So it can be very helpful to get that feedback. Sometimes I want to say the music is too loud, but then I'm worried that it's just me that thinks it. No. Tell me when it is. Definitely give me that feedback. I would rather know than not know. Super useful information. I encourage it. I don't know how other people feel on their streams, but for my streams, tell me, please. Please tell me. Hi, I'm new, says Amelia. Hi, by the way. I didn't get to say hi to you. What are you drawing? Okay, so over here, this is the reference. This is a character for ArtFight from a player that already drew a character for me. So I'm doing a revenge art right now. I'm redrawing this character for her. And then this one is also, it's for a different player, but it's also a revenge art of one of their characters. This is like a double revenge. I'm putting them both on the same page, just because I want to be able to fill up the pages, and I don't want them floating in a void feeling like alone and small. I want them to feel like they, I want to use the space well. And I'm still new to sketchbooking, so I don't know all the obvious answers to how to make one character use a space well. So we're going with what I'm learning on the fly. Goop says, I wish I had a friend who was doing ArtFight, because none of my friends know what ArtFight is or don't want to do it. Yeah, it can be tough. Like, you want to introduce it to people, but you can't force it on people. So you can tell them about it, which I do super recommend. You let your friends know, hey, there's this thing called ArtFight. I'm really excited about it. I love it a whole lot and I have a lot of fun with it. But don't like force anybody to do it, because if they're not having fun, it's just gonna make you both feel bad. So unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you, Goops. If your friends don't want to do it, that's really that's unfortunate. But what I can say is you can always make friends on ArtFight, which I've done a lot. Like Inspired Artist is my ArtFight friend. I come back every year looking at her gallery to see what's new, see if she's put her story out yet, because she's working on a story. I love her characters. They're like this. They're all very fantasy-based characters. They have gorgeous fantasy clothing and magical powers, and the story seems really cool. but it's not out yet. And I've been following her for a couple years, and I'm waiting for that story. So every year I come back and I check on my ArtFight friends, and she's one of them that I'm like looking to see, like, okay, is the story out? Because I love your characters. I want to know what happens in your story. So I'm like always checking. Every year I check. This character over here in the red belongs to another player that I've been drawing with for years, who I consider one of my ArtFight friends. Pinkra 5. I think 2 or 3 years ago. Has it even been that many? I think it has. They first drew for me, and then I went to do Revenge, and I looked at their characters, and I also fell in love with their story and their characters. And so and I follow her webtoon. She had a webtoon. I think she's since discontinued it, and she might be working on a new story now. But the character designs are just so cute. I love them so much. Just like some people just are so creative, and like I just love seeing that. And so yeah, ArtFight's a good place to make art friends. Even if your friends in the real world aren't that into it, there's always the option to make friends through ArtFight. You might not be able to hang out and go grab pizza or anything together, but you can definitely relate when it comes to like your art journeys and have those conversations. Amelia says, what is ArtFight? Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, yes. Let's tell you what ArtFight is. So, long story short, ArtFight is an art trading game that happens every year in July, and it's global because it's all done digital, or not digitally. Obviously, this isn't digital. It's all done online on a website called artfight.net. And if you want to join, check out after my stream, or you can go check out now. I can't tell you when to do it, but I have a video on my channel all about how to join ArtFight. It tells you how to it shows you how to set up your account. It shows you how to submit your characters, how to submit drawings for the game. So the way the game works is you draw characters. You join a team when you sign up. There's always 2 teams. You can kind of pick your team, or you can just have a randomized team assignment given to you. It's your choice. This year's teams are Seafoam versus Stardust. I'm Team Seafoam. And so you get on a team, and then you draw character art for other people. They can be on your team, and it's called a friendly fire, or they can be on the opposite team, and it's called an attack. Either way, you draw the character, just like I'm doing now. And then you submit them to the website. And when you submit them to the website, you tag it back to the person who created the character, and you'll get points for it, and the points go toward your team. And other people will do the same thing for you. So they'll draw your characters. Oh no, this pen is really bleeding. I don't like that because it's making the drawing so smudgy. No, okay, I won't use this pen again. I'm learning a lesson here. This is a lesson learned. Those pens are just not good with markers because they will get wet and then start smudging. So now I know. Yeah, and that's ArtFight. Basically, that's ArtFight. And you can learn all about it in my tutorial video on how to do ArtFight, which I think might be the first video you see on my channel when you first go to my channel. And if it's not, it's in my gallery. Just go to gallery, search ArtFight tutorial, and it will pop up. Highly recommend. It's a good time. Like I said, I've made a lot of friends on ArtFight. It's great for your artistic growth. I level up every year artistically just by playing ArtFight. I can tell when my art goes up a level just because we're drawing so much and we're drawing characters that are so different than what I normally would draw. It really does kind of like force you to level up in the best way possible. Just by drawing a lot and drawing a lot of different stuff. So it's a great art leveler. It's a great place to meet like-minded artists. It's it's a lot of things. I don't know. Anybody else want to help me explain what ArtFight is? It's 3 a.m. bro, says #1 Rusty Simp. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I'm glad you're joining us at 3 a.m. and you're drawing an attack. You should be asleep, but nah. I feel that for sure. Some guy says it was fine. It looked worse than it was. What was? Remind me of using a punching bag with my thin broken skin. Stop bleeding already hand. Youch. Yeah, that sounds rough. Maybe don't do that. wear those gloves, you know, the boxing gloves. Wear those if you're gonna do that. Bingo Net says, my parents will insist all day that online friends aren't real, but they haven't known the joy of blorbo drawn well and making you happy. Yeah. You know, that's such an old trope that online friends aren't real. And I think it's just prevailing from the early age of the internet, where, and to some extent it's good advice, because you never know who somebody really is online. You never know if they're a liar, if they're faking something, if they're trying to take advantage of you. So you do have to be careful. Granted, you don't know that in the real world either most of the time, if somebody's like a liar or trying to take advantage of you either. But you can build relationships. Like, I'm not saying like personal, intimate relationships. I'm saying like just friendships, you know, with people online. You can make online friends for sure. You can, a lot of people join clubs. They find people who like the same activities they like online, and they make online friends like that. And I think that that's perfectly valid. Just don't give your personal information to anybody online. Don't ever do that. Stay safe, guys. Don't risk your safety for a stranger online. Just don't do that. You know? Let's use common sense, please. Some guy says, yeah, I could be a woman. You could be. We wouldn't know. How are we supposed to know? And why would it matter anyway? I guess it would matter in some context, but we're not gonna devise those circumstances here. We're not gonna brainstorm what that might be. Oh my gosh, now I've got the smudge of the ink in the hair. This is really getting frustrating. I don't want the hair smudging. I do need to separate this out though, because like the hair and the skin tone are basically the same color. I need to add a little separation here. And I'm going to try to blend it out. It's such a small space to be blending, but I'll try. That one got a little too dry. We'll get it a little wet again. I'm not sure how much of the detail you guys are able to pick up on the screen, but I am blending the darker purple into the lighter purple here, just for the hair that's framing the face, because the skin tone and the hair color, at least the base hair color, are the same color. So I'm trying to use the shading color, the shadow color, to create a little bit of separation in depth between the two. Hopefully it's working. I'm gonna have to do it again up here by the ears for sure. Oops. I'm gonna add the teeny little piece of shine there, since I forgot to add shine anywhere else. What do you guys think? Did I do it? Did I make that mark? Actually, we can add the shadow color too here for the legs. And just like where like a little bit of shadow might fall under the shorts. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Serb says they look so good. Vixie, drawing women with big floofy hair and body hair is therapeutic, to be honest. Pros of having a hippie grandma OC. Yeah, I do want to... Did you already drop... Can you drop that for me, Vixie? Your OC character ID number in the chat. I do want to see this character. I want to see your old lady, your grandma, your hippie grandma OC. Please drop it in the chat. You cooked today, I fear, says Bingo Ned. Oh, yay. Snap, 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 snaps. So glad to hear it. And the eyes are green. I almost forgot that. Let's add these green eyes. And then I think what we can do is take the darker green just to create like a little bit of a cast shadow or drop shadow. Just a little color variation in the eye. It's super tiny, so it's gonna be super subtle, but we do what we can, folks. We do what we can. There's no zoom on traditional art. There's just not. So unfortunately, the best I can do is just take a picture when it's done, and when we upload it, you guys can see all the beautiful fine details in the final photograph when that goes online. When I have finished and get it uploaded, I will, says Vexy. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. I cannot wait to meet your OC. That sounds so nice. All right, so I think what we need to do here, a couple of things. Obviously, first we want to add some background elements, of course. Or not first, but definitely do that. We gotta add the thing I talked about with the gold paint pen, the leggy things. Let me come over here. We're gonna scroll down a little bit. Those, we want to see those, so we gotta add those. Zoom, you mean leaning in and squinting so close you get a funny feeling from the smell of the markers? Yeah, zoom, that, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Some guy with his 50,000 pixel square resolution zooming, feeling obligated to zoom in and correct every tiny detail. That's intense and not for me, 100% not for me. I know that for a fact. No, what I want to do first is take this jelly roll pen and just do a little bit of detailing. So we're gonna do a little bit of detailing. I do feel like we lost some detail here in this character, so I want to kind of bring those back. So we're gonna add a little bit of whites to the eyes. I know that wasn't part of the original drawing, but I just feel like it's necessary. It just seems very needed. Also, here's where I'm like, I can't edit undo if I draw a crooked line, so then I kind of panic and I just draw whatever. Like I just draw a really shaky line and I'm like, that's not what I wanted either. I don't want a shaky line. And then I don't like gloves. What are we talking about here? Cam, you draw other characters, other draw your characters. That's ArtFight. Yeah, simple, straightforward, effective. I like it, Cam. Very nice. Working on a DCA right now, says no one rusty simp. And Goobs is gonna draw one of your characters for an attack. I don't know whose, but they're gonna draw somebody. So be ready, folks. Be ready. Beanie Weenie, hello and welcome to the stream. I'm sorry I didn't say hi sooner. You're doing one right now too. Do you have a special type of character you like to draw for an attack? I'm not sure if you were asking me or Amelia or someone else in the chat. Everyone feel welcome to answer that question. My answer is I like variety. So I try to draw a lot of different things. So here I'm drawing humanoids, but also yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I drew mechs, and the day before that, I drew animals. The day before that, I drew this as a revenge for some random guy for last year, because they're the only person last year that I did not get around to revenging, only because they literally submitted their attack in like the last hour of ArtFight, and there was no way I was gonna be able to revenge it. So this is like my one carryover revenge from last year. And then this, like, I don't even know what category they fall into. Are these godlike beings, these celestial beings? I guess they would fall in the monster category, maybe. Just because I don't know where else they would go, but then I drew that. So like, it's all about variety for me. I'm trying to push myself to do different things. I want to kind of like exercise all the muscles, all the artistic muscles. I want to go all over the map. I want to try all kinds of things because I don't want to have it at weak spots, except for vehicles. Vehicles are my weak spot. This mech over here, this guy, that's the closest I'm probably gonna get to drawing a vehicle. Yeah, I don't know why I feel that way about vehicles, but I just do, okay? I just do. I don't want to draw a car or a plane or, you know, any kind of vehicle that's gonna outsmart me, and just, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. I'm not in vehicle drawing. I'm not at that level. One day maybe. Some random guy says I was basically relaxing with the Samsung tablet for the attack after I'd spent the rest of the month animating. Why it was so late. Oh, why the attack last year was so late. Gotcha. No, it's totally fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I definitely just did not have time to do any kind of revenge, so it is what it is. I'm gonna add a little bit of like just some shiny dots on these little hair clip beetle things. And I don't know, what else? Maybe here. And I don't know, she might be good and ready. I might not need to keep adding detail to her. So it might be time to start doing just a little bit of fine lining over here. We'll start with the eyes as well. Just put a little white dot in the eye, and then I'm like not talking again because I'm really focusing. I'm really trying hard not to mess up. That's what that silence means. That silence means is I'm just really super duper focused. Why it was so late. No, I remember, I read that already. Oh, right. The leggings, let's not forget, not leggings, the crisscrossy applesaucy feet thingies. Let's get that pen. Let's get that gold pen and make this happen. All right, this paint pen is what I'm using. It says Sharpie. It is not sharp. It's actually kind of the opposite of sharp. So I gotta be super careful because this is like these drawings actually aren't that big and this book is square. So my pictures on ArtFight have been kind of funny because you always can kind of see the table a little bit on the side. I could crop it to a square, but I haven't really figured out how to take like a perfectly, like, the image is always a little bit like tilted the wrong way or something. I think because I'm trying not to cast a shadow when I'm taking a picture of it, and it's a whole thing. I'm gonna get better at my sketchbook photography as well. It's all part of the process, right? Ariella Foxgirl forms head and face is almost done. Goodness gracious, I said dead. I didn't mean that. Almost done, so some random guy. And Serby says, apparently my weakness is suits. Maybe next year I need to draw exclusively people in suits. Well, only if you want to. If it makes you unhappy, don't do it exclusively. Maybe push yourself to try some, but then reward yourself with characters you like drawing. All right, let's focus. We need to do this little leggy thing. So it's gonna come across like right under the knee. Oh gosh, this is so thick. This is like insanely thick. All right, and then we wanted to crisscross, kind of like here on the shin. So we're gonna bring that down to crisscross here. And then just a couple more like that too. And it's gonna eventually come down to the ankle. And then to the toes. So we're gonna just kind of like extend a piece of this like that. And since this foot is turned sideways, we're not gonna see the toe bit. So we're just not gonna try that there. But for this, we might be able to see a couple go to the toes. And then we'll try like the ankles again. I still think this was a good, even though this marker is kind of thick and I'm not able to do super detailed work, I think doing the leg wraps with like this way with the paint pen was still the way to go. I still think that was the right choice. Like that. Yeah. I feel like that covers it. We're there, we did it. We got the feet wrappy thingies on there. To be fair, Serby, they are more complicated, especially if the character has a very heavily contoured body. Serby said, LOL, I mean a month of just dapper business. Sounds kind of fun, not gonna lie. I joked I might do it next year. Yeah. Yeah. If you're having fun with it, then yeah, definitely. I support this. Do what you want to do. Learn the things you want to learn to draw. And then I will put cars and vehicles and airplanes and all of that off into the very distant future for me. Like, I will get to them one day. That day is not today. Like, I'm not ready for that. I think that's a little beyond me, and I'm okay with it. I feel like next year my thing might be, so we talked about like learning CSP could be one for me, because I otherwise will never like make the time to learn it. So it could be that, or next year I might try pushing myself to do backgrounds. Like that also would be a really good, I think, goal for me. Because I want to do more with backgrounds. I'm doing a comic, so I have to draw backgrounds, at least some of the time, but it can be really hard to want to draw them if you're not used to drawing them, because then it just kind of feels like a lot of hard work. But I think if I got more used to it, it wouldn't seem so bad. You know? Something like that. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. All right, let's add a little bit of detail. We'll do the inside. That's where I think it'll pop the most. So just a tiny line there. I'll do the same thing here. That's good. I'm telling you, when you can see this actually in focus, it's gonna look so much better. It's just not something I can force with my current setup. Unfortunately, I tried forcing focus quite a few times. It just wasn't having it. It told me no. In no uncertain terms, it was just like, yeah, no. I know what you're asking me to do. I'm not gonna do it. So that's where we landed with that one. My computer was just, or not my computer, but my software was just like, yeah, no. Nice try though. Oh, you know what I think? I think we need a little bit of shading. I promise it's just the tiny little detail work, and then we're gonna get back into the bigger stuff. So we're gonna just add a little bit of shadow here for the shorts. Like that. And then I feel like, honestly, now it's time to figure out like how to sort of dress up the spread. And we talked about doing like maybe sparkles, some shapes. Drop shadows might be nice if we could drop shadow under their feet. I think the color I was using for that I really liked was the pale violet blue. It's pastel violet. If I get the pale violet, we're gonna add some little drop shadows to feet, and then we're gonna do some decorating. That's the plan. Some random guy says, please boot up PC. I have data on the hard drive. Message redacted. No. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Brazier of Thought says, finished a revenge. Gonna go eat now. Enjoy your meal. Your very hard-earned meal. You deserve it. You finished an attack. You finished a revenge. That's great. And Tama says, well, I finished the monster attack and posted it. Hope the person I picked enjoys it, and thanks for the suggestion. That sounds really great. I hope they do enjoy it. I hope they like it a lot. I'm going to first try, let's see. Let's do, we'll go kind of foot to foot for finding the shadow. And then the back of the foot to the back of the foot. Kind of like that. Just a little bit of a shadow under the feet here. And we'll kind of do the same. I'm going to turn this, I'm going to twist it a little bit. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to do like that. just a little cast shadow for the feet, just to sort of plant them on the page a little bit so they're not just in the void anymore. They kind of look like they're standing on a solid surface. Little details like that I think can go a long way sometimes, which is nice, but it's not enough. We gotta do a little bit more before this page is good and ready. I liked the idea of sparkles that somebody had mentioned, and Dee says, do Layani next. Let me grab that. Let me see if I can grab that real quick. And I'm gonna take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, that's right. The little, wait a minute. Yeah, you updated it. So remember at the beginning of the stream, for those that were here for it, for the beginning, I talked about how my last stream, I went through and I bookmarked characters from people who came to the stream to draw. And in the first 48 hours of ArtFight, so for the first 2 days, I only drew from those bookmarks. I did not draw any revenges. I only drew people that were bookmarked from the first stream. This was one of the characters I bookmarked, and oh my gosh, you can't even see her. What? Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna put this out here where you can see it. So this cute little squirrel is Liani. I hope I'm saying that right. And she is in my bookmarks. I have her saved, and I can show you. So let's go behind the scenes real quick to my ArtFight bookmarks. Here they are. Like, I have my bookmarks obviously on ArtFight, but these were my stream bookmarks. So I have this one and this one were not from stream. These two were things I had already saved from my actual bookmarks before the stream. Everything else though is a stream character, and if you look right here, there she is. Oh my gosh, why is it so little? Why did it save so tiny on my computer? But yeah. She's so cute. It's so funny that you bring her up because she actually was next on my bookmark list, because I was thinking about drawing her with some of these other characters that I'm trying to flip through my book and you can't see it. But I was gonna draw her with some of the other animals that I drew because I was trying to group them by type, but I ran out of, I'll show you. We flip back to here. So this page where I was drawing like animal characters, I was gonna put her here, but I drew the snake so big that I was like, okay, there's no space. So I was gonna just draw her on her own page later and then add a different character to be with her than those characters. But she is on the, she's at the top of my list. I saw the redesign on the, oh gosh, my computer's a little bit of a mess at this moment. Yeah, the redesign here. So here she is, like the way I originally had her saved. And then here's the redesign. And I can tell that some things are different. Like this tail, for instance, you've got like kind of a kitsu, I think it's called, a kitsu tail. Like a nine-tail kind of situation going on here, like a nine-tail fox. That's new. Is this a scarf? I'm trying to... This is why having streams are so useful too, because you can kind of like see, I can ask you questions, right? Like when you're here and I'm here and you catch me live, I can ask you questions about your design. Is this a scarf? So that I know like if it's supposed to be like stiff and staying up or if it's blowing in the wind. Details like that all help a lot. Keisha, hello Perry, I'm probably late on the stream. You're not late, you're here during the live, which means you're on time. I would only consider it like, quote, late if like you're watching the replay, the VOD, the vid on demand version, which I still think is totally like really cool. If you guys choose to watch my VODs, I'm happy with that and I appreciate it. But no, you're not late, you're on time. Summer Guy, I use the nine-tail to inspire Arella, although it's not immediately obvious. Serb says, Tama, they dropped some links for you. Hair for days, LOL no faces though. And you're gonna attack Marty. Would you say she has a Eurocentric face, Euro-Asian, Afro? I would say that she is more of, oh gosh, So this is like, if Bing is here, I know that they're I know that they're like flinching a little bit for me, because this has been such a internal struggle, like an internal point of discussion for my webtoon team, for my husband, myself, and Bing. Hello Annie, welcome to the stream. And if we go look at it real quick, gosh, let's pull the webtoon, because I have this up. We're just gonna use this as an example. So there's Marty. My gosh, my voice, it's trying to kill me. Here's a bigger look at Marty. So here's Marty. She is certainly a POC. When I initially, this is like, we literally had this convo, said Bing, we did, and it's such a struggle because my original intention versus everybody else's interpretation are not aligned. So my original intention with Marty is that she would be African American. That was my original intention with Marty. But I also was very limited in my capabilities 3 years ago when I started this comic on character design and just my understanding. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's weird, I didn't read her. Like, when I look at her, I don't see African American. And I think it's because the hair is like just so like straight. And so my own husband looked at this and he was like, yeah, I thought Marty was like Asian or Indian or something. So she's very clearly what I would call, oh, come on, I know the word. It's, racially ambiguous. That's the word. So Marty is racially ambiguous. Yeah, she's basically mixed. She's a mixed person of color. She's racially ambiguous. But yeah, that's kind of like the influence there, so. I suggested the headcanon that she straighten her hair since it's a thing that a lot of Black women did to fit into the workplace. Your grandmother included, says Bingo Ned. Yeah, and I do kind of agree with that because, again, like in my mind, Marty is Black. But it's so weird to hear from other people that they don't see her that way. And that just tells me that I didn't do the best job with drawing her with that identity. And so I'm not gonna be mad or upset at all on how people interpret her. Because again, it's just, her design one is very simple. So it would be a hard read anyway, because it's a very simple design. And I think at this point I've kind of come to the conclusion, retconned her a little bit to be mixed so that she can be racially ambiguous. So in this case, I feel like she would be more mixed. Like maybe she's part Korean and then she's part like African American. That way we can kind of like blend her a little bit more and make it so that she is a little bit more for everybody, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. I hope that makes sense without making anybody feel duped, because that's definitely not what I ever wanted with my character. I never wanted to make anybody feel like anything negative about her identity, for sure. Okay, so I would love for you to draw Marty. I think that would be super duper great, and I love putting all the fan art for my webtoon characters in the webtoon itself. Like I said before, if you draw her, unless you tell me explicitly you don't want them on the webtoon, I will add them to the webtoon. So if you want to be in the webtoon, that's a great way to get featured. So yeah. Serbs, I often like to not label ethnicity unless it's important to a character's story so people can read them how they want to. Don't know if that's good or bad, but I like having representation open. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that either. With my characters, I've always been like, so can we do a quick little, like, can we sidestep from here for a second? I want to show you guys something. And it's on ArtFight. I'm going to show you on ArtFight, okay? We're gonna come back over here, and by the way, yes, I will draw this character for you, for sure. I think she's super cute, and she's definitely like really close to the top of my bookmarks, 100%. If we jump back over here though, real quick, and we look at characters, scroll down, I really like a diverse cast of characters. I don't think that I don't always draw from myself, like from my, I know that it is smart and it's helpful, and I do, to an extent, draw from personal experience. Representation from the perspective and the lens that we have in real life can really inform our characters and make them more real. That said, my very first comic, this was my main character. Her name is Bianca, and she is very clearly not the same physically in appearance as I am. I look more like this one, the kid, to be honest. Like, I look more like Kirby, the daughter, because I am mixed, but I am mixed Caucasian and Mexican. Whereas Bianca is mixed. Did I put her family tree in here? I did not. Bianca is African American and her mother is from Japan. So another African American blended main character. Why do I do this? I have no idea. I don't know why my main characters for my 2 comics are both Black women. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. I hope that I'm not offending anybody. That was never my intention. That's who I wanted to be my main character, and that's who I drew, and I didn't really think about it too hard. And then, okay, so I'm just giving them a mid-skin tone, and it can go either way, says Summernum Guy. Bingo said it's only beneficial to learn to draw more than one skin tone and type, but you don't technically have to learn to draw more than one ethnicity. You're just sort of limiting yourself how much you can do, in my opinion, says Bingo Net. I would agree with that. Tanila says, don't worry, my main character is Japanese American and I'm literally British, says Tanila. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone, where we're just kind of like, I think a diverse cast is nice. I think it's nice to have a diverse cast of characters. Not every character you make has to be a self-sona. I think part of growing as an artist and storyteller is to get out of the self-sona bubble and to create characters that don't just represent you, but that you perceive in the world around you. Annie says, my OC Annie, who is supposed to be me, is an Afro-Mexican mix, and I'm just African-American. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as no one's being offensive with how they're representing other races. Like, I think having other race characters is honestly, I personally feel it's beneficial to have more diverse characters, because I think too, for so long in media, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking about this on a live stream. For so long in media, the default has been a white man or woman, and the default main character has been, for so long in media, a white man specifically. So I find that in some cases, regardless of what we are, whether I'm a person of color, whether I'm a woman or whatever, we often will create what we see in media because it is the most common to us, like in our subconscious. Like, we might create a lot of white male characters or a lot of white female characters just because we're so familiar with it in our representation. I've heard of artists who are persons of color talk about, and I've seen like videos on YouTube about how they're a person of color in real life, but they draw a lot of white characters because it's just easier, because it's what they learned first and it's where they're comfortable. And so I think it can be challenging to draw characters of color. And we don't always get it right. Like I said with Marty, I don't always get it right. People don't look at Marty and go, oh, that's a black woman. And I think because I wasn't aware enough of my own limitations that I drew the wrong kind of hair texture. Like, I just didn't know. And it's a learning process. We learn these things as we go. But I don't think that should stop us from trying. And that's my soapbox. That's all I wanted to say about that. I hope that wasn't too heavy for anybody. Yeah. Some random guy says, although having said that, Pizza Demon Chan had to have skin that looked like a well-cooked pizza crust. Yeah, your character Pizza Demon Chan is not even human, okay? I don't think that they necessarily are going to be wrongly classified as a non-human with cheese for skin. So, Serb says, I think it would be boring if all characters are the same, and being non-binary, I know how much representation can matter, so I like having a lot of different kinds of people. Yeah, absolutely. And Bingo Ned claps. Yay, thank you for the applause. Hopefully nobody was like really put off by that discussion. But you all seem to get it. You're all kind of embracing it, so I appreciate it. Alright, so again, I just really want to finish this drawing. I think we're so close. I think it would be nice to be able to finish and submit it, which would be super cool. To do that though, we need some details. I think the idea of some sparkles. Somebody had mentioned sparkles. So we can do like some sparkles. We can add one like here, add a smaller one, kind of beside it. I'm doing these with pencils so that we can decide if we like it or not, and then I can erase it if I don't like it. And then I think what might be cool is to kind of just do, it's a little off center. First of all, let me say, like, she's way closer to the edge on this side than she is on this side, like, way closer to the edge. They're not centered, and one way I could try to center it is to create, like, a shape that kind of comes out to this edge, so we can kind of do, like, if I added a triangle, let's say, that points that way, not only does it kind of guide the viewer's eye left to right across the page, because it's like a literal arrow, it helps fill, like, center the page a little bit better. So I think I'm going to try that. We're going to add this arrow shape, and then let me try to find the right angle here. I think that's kind of the right shape. Hopefully those lines aren't super wobbly. I think the top one's a little bit straighter than the bottom one. The bottom one might have been a little bit wonky. Can you guys see those? I don't know if actually the red pencil shows up on the screen, does it? Yeah, it does. You can see that. That's good. Hello, Allie Hart. Welcome to the stream. We are just about done with these first two characters that I attacked today. I don't know, does bring this closer and make it any better? Like, maybe in the future I'll bring my riser out so that we can bring the book closer to the camera so that we're getting a cleaner picture. I think that's what we'll do. Let's finish this one up, and then my riser's over there. I'll go grab my riser and we'll give it a try. We'll see if that works. Keisha says, I don't know if you saw my message earlier, Perry, but I deleted Amory off my profile because I needed some time to redesign her. You know you can hide characters, you don't have to delete them. That way that the character ID number doesn't get messed up for people that draw them. Or that, like, have bookmarked them. If you wanna, okay, let's go over to this account. Let's go to the screen. I'm gonna show you real quick. If you go to your characters, okay, and you have a character that you want to work on and you don't want people drawing the old design, you just click hide. And what happens to them is they go down here, you see all these grayed out characters at the bottom? These are my hidden characters. And then when you update them, you edit to update with new images, and then you unhide. And that way you can bring these characters back. So I have characters in here that are hidden that I didn't want drawn this year because I'm just not as attached to these characters anymore as I used to be. So I just hide them. But if you're trying to update a character, I suggest hiding instead of deleting. Because deleting it, then you lose all your links to the attacks you've already been drawn, if you've been drawn attacks, and people who bookmarked them will now see that as a deleted character, and they won't, whereas you could have just updated it and brought it back out, and then they would still have it in their bookmarks. So just food for thought for next time. I definitely recommend hiding characters over deleting them. Okay, I forgot what I was doing. kind of forgot what I was doing. I think we were working on something. Something to do with, oh, the background. That's what we were working on, the background. Okay, cool. So I think, yeah, I like the triangle idea. I like the sparkles, but I feel like now we can't leave her shapeless. We could have some kind of shape around her. And maybe even too, what if, for uniformity's sake, what if it was also a triangle, but just like a smaller one? But we want the same angle, so like this is this angle. I want it to be the same angle because I want them to look kind of like they could cross, you know? I want them to look like they could cross each other. I think that would look really neat. And it'll be very clean, a very clean look. And then I just gotta bring out the triangle on her other side. And then for the side, I haven't been using rulers. I know you can use rulers, but I just haven't been. I've been freehanding all of this stuff. I just want to try my best to make it as straight as possible while also staying organic with my shapes. I don't want them to be too perfect because I know that like my character's line art is not going to be perfect. So like even with doing this guy's square, I freehanded that. I didn't use any rulers. With the circle behind this duck, I freehanded that. I didn't trace any circles or use like a compass or anything. The hardest part was probably this, the Pokeball, because I had to draw a lot of circles and I had to make them look like they matched. So I have the outer circle, I have this circle, I have this circle, I have this circle. That was a lot of circles that I had to draw as cleanly as I could manage. Keisha says, I am working on a full scene with 3 of Ram's OCs for our revenge chain. That is so nice. I love it when people have revenge chains and they keep them up. It's just something about it is so, I don't know, it's just like, it feels like a partnership at that point. It feels like you're collaborating. I think it's just so cool. Bingo Nest says, I think it's snack time, only drew 1 line. I can relate to that. That's how I feel all the time. Yeet hippie grandma at y'all. Yay, she's complete. We gotta check this out. I'm so easily distracted, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I get distracted. I can't help it. You guys have amazing OCs. I don't know what you want from me. How could I help it? Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna just click on a character. Oh gosh, how can I do this? I'm just gonna click on a character, any character, so I can navigate to that. So we're gonna go here, and then I'm gonna grab this part of the URL, replace it. Here it is, guys. Carrie's Gray. This is our old lady. She's so pretty. She's such a hippie. I love it. Wait, let me fix this so it fits. My hippie mama OC Carrie's. She's Andreas' mother, a very powerful witch, Welsh Greek with Dryad ancestry. I thought so. I saw the pointy ears and I was like, she's got a little bit of fantasy in her. She looks so good. Girl, I love this character so much. We're gonna save this. We're gonna bookmark it. Yeah. Oh, she's so cool. Very, very cool. I love it. Thank you for sharing her. Oh, look, there's more. Is this like a bear or a troll? I'm turning sideways so you can try to look at it. This is like it could be a bear, it could be a troll, because I'm seeing like mossy grass and flowers on it and stuff. What animal is this? Let me know. I want to know. Tell me, please. Vex. What animal is this behind her? What creature is that? I'm busting out attacks for 2 days straight, says Annie. Yay! Yeah, me too. That's my goal. I want to do that because I have today, Friday, and then I have I mean, I have D&D tomorrow, but after D&D, for sure, I'm gonna go like full ArtFight for the whole rest of the day. I have D&D. Actually, it's an afternoon session, so I'll start in the morning with ArtFight, and then I'll break for D&D at 2 p.m. And then after D&D is over, I'll go back to ArtFight. Yeah, that's my plan. But today is a full ArtFight day. Like, there's nothing else on my plate today. It is just ArtFight all day long. Actually, I really like this idea with the triangles. Super loving that. The sparkles are cute. I think I'll add another one here. Let's add another. Is that a good spot for it? Did I go to, I don't know. I don't love it. We're gonna move that sparkle. We're gonna find a good spot for it. That's why we did this in pencil first. Allie Hart says, funny, I have D&D today. I love D&D. It's so fun. It's like such a great exercise for your OCs, and it's a great way, other than storytelling, like you can do your own stories or you can do stories with a group. First of all, I love group stuff. You guys know that. You know I love group participation when it comes to creativity. It is a bear. Okay, Vexy, good to know. Thank you. Yeah, group creativity is the best. I love group creativity. And then, on top of group creativity, you're developing your OCs and kind of like giving them meaning and life, and their story kind of grows. It's so beautiful. D&D is amazing. We love it. We stand D&D for sure. All right, so let's add this sparkle here. I do like it there because it kind of looks like she's looking at it too, you know, like that line of sight where the eyes go. Serby says, I'm DMing a D&D group with my friends, and I'm a new DM, and they're all new players. It's fun, but I'm stressing. Yeah, it can be tough, especially for the DM. Like, most especially for the DM, I think. It can be very tough. Oh man. Yeah, I could see that. But it's fun, and you guys get to learn together, so at least you're all newbies together in it. So you have that working for you, not against you. Alright, so I made this sparkle a little too big because I'm a dummy and I went outside the lines. But we'll try to stay true to the other sparkles with this yellow marker. And I picked this one because it's the same yellow we used on the elf girl. So I think carrying the same colors through the page is also nice because then you create consistency and it looks just more uniform and more intentional, as if like it was always the plan to add these triangles and these sparkles, as if that wasn't just some last minute addition. And we'll probably add a couple more, but first I want to see kind of where the rest of this goes. I don't want the yellow for the triangles because I just don't think it's gonna be strong enough. We're gonna want a different color. Allie Hart says they had too many cool designs though I couldn't choose. Yeah, you're drawing a friend with 8 characters yesterday? It took so long, I bet. That sounds like a huge commitment. Being on it, I always struggle to make my characters' backstories make sense in D&D. Yeah, that's the other part of it though, is like you don't have full ownership of the story. You're sharing it, so it can be just definitely more tricky, I think, to like sew together the edges of the stories. I'm in, oh gosh, I'm in 2 active D&D campaigns. I have 2 that have basically gone into permanent hiatus, and then I am DMing 1 game for my coworkers because we have team building D&D at work, which is really fun. So that's kind of cool. So I stay pretty busy with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on here. I think what I might want to do, gosh, I really gotta look at this kind of carefully. I might want to pull over maybe the purple, the lighter purple. What? How do these both say lavender? What happened here? What did I do? Alright, somehow I don't have... Alright, let's do this. I gotta cheat. I gotta check out my chart again. Did I put it back? I don't remember putting... Now I'm looking for markers that should be up here. I don't remember putting that away. I'm so sure though that we used, because I used the lavender for the hair, the dark part of the hair, but then it was pastel violet for the skin tone, which means it should still be on my desk. Do you guys ever do this? Lose stuff right in front of your face? Like it's right in front of your face and you're like, I don't know where that went. I don't know how I could have possibly lost it because I haven't moved. I don't know where it is. I'll find it. I can't be the only one though. Some people lose glasses that are on their face. They'll be looking for the glasses while wearing their glasses. I'm definitely one of those types of people. Zerby says, I'm trying so hard to finish this attack I'm working on before I have to leave for work. I know that feeling. It's so rough. It's so rough. I wish you luck and good speed. Ugh, I hate when that happens, says Allie Hart. Me and my mom always do that, says Summer Random Guy. Yeah. It's like a, it's a real thing. It happens. This is a thing that happens. People do this. This happens to people. Yeah, I gotta find that pastel violet. I don't know how I could have possibly misplaced it. So, because I want to use that here, and then I need to carry over color over here, and I think what I'll do, because I think the red's going to be a little bit too rough, the red to carry over, so I'm going to carry over that blue. So let me go grab that brilliant blue. I'm going to do the blue first, and then see how I feel about the violet here. Because I might want to do, yeah, maybe I would rather have the green. I don't know, I think the violet would be pretty with the blue in there, though. We'll see, we'll see. I'm going to leave these here. I'm going to go grab this blue color. And I'm going to find what I did with that pastel violet, and I will be right back. You guys, I figured out what happened to the marker. It's so stupid. So I just put, I was like, how do I have two of the same, I was looking at it like this, I was like, how do I have two lavenders all of a sudden? Right? Not this. I thought it was like, I have two lavenders and I'm missing a color. No, I do not. What I did was I put the wrong cap on one of these. So the question is, which one's which now? So I gotta look at this card and figure this out. So we need to figure out which one is lavender and which one is pastel. So is this one is pastel violet. Okay. So we need to put the pastel violet cap on there, because that's the right one, and then that means this has to be lavender. It is. Okay. Mystery solved. I didn't lose the marker. It was, in fact, still right in front of my face. I just put the wrong cap on it. That's what happened. So, yay. Figured it out. Woohoo. Okay, so we're going to start with the blue over here, because I definitely know I want to use the blue here. And then I'll either use this, like, teal color, or I'll use the pastel violet for this triangle. But first, we'll start with blue and see kind of what we think looks better with it. Yay, glad you figured that out, says Dragon Fox Star. Thank you, me too. Gosh, I was driving myself crazy. I was like looking under my desk and everything. I was like, did I drop it? Is it my chair? Like, what happened? I don't understand. Where could it have gone? And all along, it was right there, right in front of me. Right in front of my face. Right where I would expect it to be. Oh no, there's like little cat hair on the page. Okay, so I'm gonna try and outline this first, like following the line I drew with pencil. So I'm gonna try and keep it as steady as possible, because I tried really hard with the pencil to get it steady, so I want to not like screw that up with the marker now. Sometimes I do that. Well, I like work really hard on my line art with my pencil, and then I'll come in with the ink and be like, okay, and then I'll just trace the lines, and I get like sloppy because I'm like tracing fast. And then I end up like really doing some damage because I don't follow the line art exactly. Then I'm like, why did I do that? I worked so hard to get the sketch right, and then I come in with a marker or a pen and I just don't try at all. I get lazy or fast and sloppy. Yeah, I like this blue color behind her. I think it's a good choice. Perry, you should totally check out the attack I made for you when you got time. I want you to see what you think. I want to see what you think. Okay, yeah, after I color in these two triangles, I will go through the attacks I've received during this stream, because I know there's been a couple, at least I think there's been a couple, maybe. So yeah, after we finish these triangles, we'll check those out. I think that's a good idea. And I see this like line here, and I don't want just a flat line there, so I'm gonna kind of come in here with some circles and try to like blend it out, so we don't end up with like a weird straight line in the middle of that. Cool, okay. Let's add blue to here. And same thing, we're gonna try very carefully to follow the sketch and make the line as straight as I can. There we go. Is it quiet? Did the music stop? There's still music, right? It's just so quiet. We'll just skip it and go to the next one. I just finished my 1.5-year campaign. I DM'd for 8 players every week, and every week I feel light as a feather and exhausted as heck. I bet. Every week is so frequent. Man, and as the DM too, you barely have any prep time, because I assume you have like responsibilities during the week that you have to take care of. Like you probably have a job or you have school or something. So when do you prep if you're like, oh, okay, and then every weekend we're playing D&D? Like, man, the pressure as a DM, where do you find the time to even prepare for the next session? That's a lot. That's definitely just so much. I feel for you. I bet you feel light as a feather now. After all that, you made it to the end of the campaign. That's so good. I'm glad that they followed through and you did get to finish your campaign. It would be so it's sad to me when campaigns end before before their proper ending, because people just like get busy or lose interest or whatever happens. It can be so disheartening. I hear a lot of people like, I really want to play D&D, but every time I try, it just doesn't work out. People stop showing up, or like they just won't schedule because they're not committed to the game or whatever. It can be really, it can be such a difficult task to get a game moving and to keep it moving. So kudos to you. Man, that's so much. 8 people and weekly, and you gotta like, oh no, I went outside the line. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. I get like sloppy sometimes when I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, that's a lot of work. But I think I can fix that little, just the little tic-tac mark that I just made outside of the line. Just come in with a little gel rolly pen and clean it up. Nobody has to know except everybody on stream right now. All 19 people on stream know that that mistake happened, but it's okay. All right, so we're gonna put the blue down and we're gonna figure out where are we gonna take this. We can either go with this color or this color for the other triangle, because we got to carry some of her colors over to the other side of the page. My pencil is at 3.5 inches. Prepare for cramps. Oh no! Do you have one of those like pencil extensions? You know, like it's like a faux pencil, and then you just kind of like stick the stub of the. I see people do it for colored pencils a lot, so that they can get as much color out of their colored pencils as possible. Do you have one of those maybe? I feel like that would be really useful. I'm trying to think. I feel like, man, decisions. This is a hard one. I think maybe the lighter purple, because as far as like tone goes, I think all of these mid, like they're not super dark, but they're not super light colors either. Like these mid-tone colors are way too many in the same contrast band, I guess. I can't think of what it's called. But when people, when people like make the picture black and white, and they're like, oh, all these colors are too close together. I think this would be too close to like the same saturation in darkness as the red and the blue. But the lighter purple one is definitely on the lighter end. So maybe we do that to help create contrast. So I'm thinking the purple for this. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. And here we go. Same values, says Serb. Thank you. Yes, it's the values. Yeah, trying to figure out how to create variety in value so that everything doesn't have the same value. So we're going to use this purple, this much lighter purple, to kind of shift the value. And then we're just going to color it in and see how it all looks. And then we're going to check out some of your guys' attacks on stream. We'll take a look at those ASAP. There we go. That should do it for that side. This is like ASMR. Can you guys hear me? Probably not because of the music. You probably can't hear the marker marks making all that sound. Bingo Net says the markers are actually louder than the music. Are they? Oh, interesting. Okay. Behold. Marker ASMR. Just kidding, just kidding. Is the music still audible though? I hope it's not too quiet. You can add darkness or light atop a color. I find adding texture can help. That's true. We could add some texture so that the page doesn't look so flat. That's actually a really good recommendation. I might do that. I might like hatch in some texture with a different color or something, or just a deeper value color of the same color. Something like that might help. I'm gonna switch to the wider end for this. It's a bigger space. And then just clean up the edges and blend out a little bit so we're not seeing seams, hopefully. Oh, right, and then we have the back of the triangle. I still have the rest of it to go. I do gotta say, to ignore the title of my tack, I like to name my tacks after songs I listen to while I draw them, just as a silly little thing to do. Okay, that's fine. I think I've seen another person who also does that already, this art fight, but I can't remember who it was that did it. But yeah, I won't read too deeply into it. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna rotate this just so I can have a little bit more control over my hand while I try to connect these lines. This triangle is like bigger than the blue one. That's a lot more kind of real estate to cover. Okay. And now for the big nib, because we have all this space that we can work with here. I like this choice. I think the lighter purple was definitely a good choice. It might have been a good choice either way, I don't know, but I am happy with this one at least, so I don't have regrets. No regrets. No regrets. Are we back in the part of the playlist where it's just playing stingers, like 30-second, 10-second stingers? Yep, we are. Actually, that one I just realized, I think that's the Us Comic Maker stinger. Is it not? I feel like it is. It only just occurred to me, like it sounds familiar. Strings music. Drawing a past to present comparison of my OC Raven. That's really fun to do too. I made one video like that back in, gosh, 2021, I think, where I drew a character from 2001. So it was like a huge, huge jump in time. And then I redrew that one. What do you guys think? I feel like there's a lot of white space still at the bottom of the page that we still need to do something about. But I think so far, this is kind of nice. I think it looks pretty good. Also, I can like change the warmth of the lighting, but that's fine the way it is. Are we ever getting Marty through the ages, Perry? Oh my gosh, you're right. Okay, so, valid. That is a very valid question, because I did say a while ago that I was gonna do decades of Marty's life, and I was gonna draw one picture for every decade, you know, like her from being a baby in like the, I don't know, 50s or 60s or whenever she was a baby, and then like her in the 60s and her in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and all that stuff, like working our way through time as Marty grows up and ages. Yes. Long story short, Bingo Ned, yes, we are still gonna get Marty through the ages, but definitely not in July, because ArtFight is already a huge commitment, so it's definitely not gonna happen in July. Ooh, speaking of commitments, I did say earlier today that I have no commitments today. All I have to do is ArtFight all day long. That is not true. I actually just remembered, Friendy, so Already-ish and Pilfer and I are shooting another, I say shooting, we're gonna record another, podcast episode today, later tonight. So I do have one thing that I do need to do today, and that's the one thing. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. We shall see. We shall see what happens and how it goes. Hopefully there will be a ton of new ArtFight attacks. I did say after I finished coloring these triangles, we were going to check out some of your attacks in chat. So we're going to do that now. I'm going to switch screens and we're going to take a look at some of the attacks that you guys have been leaving for me. So, I bookmarked this? Okay, yes. we're gonna head over here and we're gonna look at the defenses tab and we're gonna see what you guys drew. So some of these are definitely new. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Whoa, the whole top row is new. And this one. So I've seen and commented back to the rest of these. This is new. This is Wolfdog the J. That's right. You said you finished an attack like in the first 10 minutes of stream before I'd even like done one line of drawing in my own drawing. Whoa. Okay. Dragon Boy. So here we have and we were talking too about D&D. This is my, oh gosh, it's like so big it doesn't fit on the screen. This is my D&D character, or one of them, Grethen Pyraxtal, who is a Dragonborn, if that wasn't super obvious. And this is Wolfdog the J's attack on them. Did you draw them last year? I feel like you might have also drawn Grethen. So this is Grethen's character page. I have two references for her. This one, for, I guess, them. I think it's a they, them character. My Dragonborn, art for them soon. They may or may not. Yeah, it's a they, them. This is my they, them character. Grethen. Because, and the reason why I had to check is because when I first started playing, it was a he. And then, like, randomly, it just became a she character. I think because everybody kept calling it she because they were thinking, I'm a girl, I'll play a girl character. But I was playing a guy character originally. And so then it just kind of became like, it's a dragon anyway. It doesn't really need to be gendered. It became they, them from there. So there's a lot of confusion about gender from this character. But that said, let's take a look. Because I think Wolfdog the J, yeah, you drew me last year also for my Dragonborn. So Dragon Dude. So here we have last year. So let's look at last year's and let's compare it to this year. I can see some growth. I see some growth in your art. First of all, the line art has gotten a lot finer. You used to have really, like, it's a choice. Chunky line art's not bad. I do a lot of chunky line art too. But I can tell, like, you've made some, like, growth. You've changed your line art style. I'm seeing gradients in the eyes. And you're drawing circles by hand. I'm seeing these round shapes are more hand-drawn and less using the rulers, which is really great. Because I think that's good for you to get that, like, physical practice in. It looks good. This looks good. Very nice. I like my clicky keys, but kind of annoying when streaming. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. That's actually my mouse wheel doing, it's doing like, I need to switch mice. I need mouses. I need to switch mouses. No, I need to switch mice because it like does that. It does, it just makes so much noise, which is so annoying on stream. Hello and welcome back, Bub. We're looking at attacks that you guys have done for me this stream. Bro, I'm so excited. We're saving this for last, but I'm so excited to see this Marty. I'm so excited to see Marty. Let's see what this 2024 is. It's my frog character. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so cute. Is this a multi-attack? Frogger and Ghostclaw, it is. You drew them together. Frogger wants to be friends with Ghostclaw, but Ghostclaw doesn't know what to think about it. Of course he wants to be friends. He's so friendly. He's such a friendly little frog. This is cute. This one was done by Ram. Very nice. Very, very nice. And yeah, I can see that they're confused. There's like a little question mark here. That's very nice. Thank you. I'll leave a comment too. I'm going to comment on all of them. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. There will be comments. Even if I'm looking at them now on stream, I'll leave comments later. Okay, Paladin Fane. So this character, and this one was drawn by Vax. I almost hid this character this year. I really did. Because this is one of my D&D characters from the campaign I told you is no longer an active campaign. It's been like a couple of years since I played her, so I was gonna hide her, but I was like, no, I'll leave her out because somebody might have bookmarked her already. So I don't want to hide her in case they already got bookmarked. But yeah, this is my paladin. You've put it right there. It's a paladin tiefling. You can tell by the horns. Very nice. And then this symbol is the symbol of Tyr, the god of whatever her paladin thing was. I don't remember if it was like I don't remember who Tyr is the deity of, but like, yeah, that's what that symbol's for. Very nice. Thank you for the sketch. It looks so good. You got all the little details down to the armored boots. That looks so nice. Thank you. Is the music still playing? I cannot always tell. I think it's not because we hit the bottom of the list again. That's okay, right back to the top. IRC, Tyr is the god of order or something like that. I feel like that makes sense for a paladin. That definitely makes sense. All right, so the blue recluse is also, I don't know if they're still in chat, but they were in chat earlier. And they drew my, what they included, this looks so good. Oh, I wish that I could open image a new tab maybe so we can, I don't know how to minimize this so we can see the whole thing at once. Make it smaller so we can see the whole, there we go. It's what I thought, it's a Pokeball. This is this is formatted so nicely. Like this would make such a good sticker because it's got like the perfect round shape. Like it's got a sticker shape. It's round. It's got like it's breaking the panel a little bit, which I think looks so sharp. It looks really cute. And then we've got like the outline. There's the character. We got some foreshortening on the arm, which is really difficult. Kudos to you for doing that. That's really hard to pull off. And then the Skuntank character. Oh. Yee, looks so good. And this is the new outfit that I drew this year for her. So this is like the updated character reference that they used, I can tell. It looks so good. I don't know if they're here, but like that looks really nice. I'll have to let them know. I'll leave them a comment later. And again, the frog character, my beautiful frog, Goobs. Goobs, are you still in chat? Goobs drew this one. It looks so cute. Your character's so cool. I'm from the July 5th stream, by the way. I know who you are, Goobs. I know who you are. It's got like the little hat on. Maybe he's celebrating. Maybe this is for July 4th because we talked about July 4th. It's a nice little celebration. He's watching the fireworks. You can see it in his eyes. That's really cute. And then Team Seaphone, I can already tell is gonna be, oh! What? Abstracted! Abstracted, is Abstracted in the room with us? Oh my gosh. What? Oh my god! It's animated! That's so cool! My little princess is animated, my brownie little princess. It's revenge for last year. That's so sweet. Yeah, Abstracted is another one that I have like as one of my ArtFight friends. We continue to draw for each other each year. Lunar Gardens is cute. It is. It's so cute. I love it. I can't wait to leave a comment on this one. I have no idea how I'm gonna put this on the webtoon because I don't know that I can put a GIF in the. I don't think I can put it in the body of the comic, but I think I can put it as a thumbnail. So we might be able to use it as a thumbnail. That's so cool. How fun. And we have Marty, Portrait of Marty to Hang Above Your Fireplace by Tama. Oh, so beautiful. She's so pretty. She's like glamorous. This is Glam Marty. She looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is so pretty. And then she's got on the outfit from the comic. Oh. It is beautiful. Thank you. She is so pretty, Tama. It's so good. We stand Marty in this house as being abso-freaking-lutely we do. Marty is bae. We love Marty. Oh, she's so wonderful. This is really pretty. I might put this as my computer background. It's so pretty. You did her so pretty. I love it. You guys are so good. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh, they look so good. Thank you guys for the attacks. I will have to get revenge on all of you. It's like, thank you for being so sweet. Have my revenge. I'll have to definitely attack you guys back. This is so nice. Thank you. We are going to make the absolute best revenges that we can. Looks like an Oval Office picture. She's that important. Marty's the hero of the story, okay? She's gonna be like, she's the most important character. All right, we need to figure out how to finish this up real quick, you guys. We're gonna need some kind of something to fill in this empty space down here because they're not centered. I'm like, my proportion control is kind of like, I'm learning how to format for, because I can't crop. Like if this was digital, I'd just crop it, you know? I just could bring in the edges. But it's not digital, so I can't do that. And it's like a square sketchbook. So I'm trying to figure out how to use that space creatively. It's definitely kind of like a challenge, to be honest. I feel like a landscape or a straight up and down portrait space might be a little bit easier. I feel like I filled this one in pretty well. This one I did good. I'm proud of this one. I think I used the space well. But it can be kind of hard. Like if we go back to this page, I had the same problem. I drew it way too high, where there's like little headspace, like a little bit of room up here, but then there's so much room down here. So like, I don't know, I like to draw off center, I guess. So now I gotta correct for it. Culfer, welcome back. Good to see you. Here's the progress of our two lovely ladies that we were working on. I'm just trying to fill in a little bit more of the background here so that we can send this one over. I wonder if we can erase that pencil mark that's under there for this the sparkle that went outside the lines. Where's my eraser? Oh, I know where it is. It's under here. Here we go. Earthquake! The camera's gonna shake again. Sorry. Nope, that's not coming off. So I guess we're kind of stuck with it. Oh well, that's fine. We can. That's fine. We can work with that. It's not the worst thing that could happen. All right. So, goodness gracious. Do you guys have any suggestions? Because I'm blanking. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to put down here. Maybe like I could do. Maybe what if I said I was blanking and then I just got an idea? But it's a hard idea. I wanted an easy idea. Why did I have to come up with a hard idea? I was thinking like we could do like kind of a flow of like seafoam and then have it kind of like if we had like the seafoam just kind of turn into a nebulous of like stars and stuff. But yeah, no, that's a lot. That's a lot to have to try to color. Although it could be fun to gradiate. I kind of like this idea more now. Oh gosh, a scroll that says choose your fighter. That would be way simpler. I definitely think that would be way easier. Oh, well we've got stars. Are they both? I feel like both of these characters are Team Stardust, so I guess the stars are appropriate. There's no like sea themed anything. That's okay. We don't have to put both team themes on here. If they're both Team Stardust, it doesn't matter. Which I think they are. I think they are both Team Stardust. So, oh no, Pink 5 is Seafoam. So we have a Seafoam and a Stardust on here. So maybe we should add. Maybe we should add a. What am I trying to say? Something team themed. Or do we have like? So we've got like the banners up here. I think the banners are so cool, by the way. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm looking at. I was looking at these banners, like the Seafoam banner, and it changes the characters in them. That's not a banner. Stardust banners. Yeah, Pink Red's a Seafoam. Nephlite is a Stardust. So for this, we do have stars up here. Do we want to put anything Seafoam related down here? And if we did, what would it be? So that makes it even trickier. Like, what would we even? I don't know. I think I'm gonna do the choose your. Well, I don't know, because if I do that, and what if I have regrets? I don't know. Ugh, it's gonna be so hard. It's just supposed to be a background. It's not supposed to be that hard. Why am I making this hard on myself? I don't know. I'm gonna erase the little sketch I made here that you can barely see anyway, because I wasn't sure about that idea, so I did it like super light. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is why the big eraser is so nice, because I can just kind of like sweep, you know, like sweep the whole page with it. Super convenient. Maybe a fish or sea life, says Goops. I'm back, says KK. Welcome back, and the drawing looks great. Love the colors. Thank you. Let me pull it down a little bit so you can see both of them. They're cutting their head off a little bit. I just need a little bit of Yeah, maybe like some fish or something to help bring the team's seafoam down here. Because we've got stars up here. Maybe some fishes down here. Maybe like a little catfish, since there's a lot of cats going on up here. Like maybe we have like... We can have like a fish in center, a center fish. Kind of center. I'm making this up. It's not like a real catfish. I'm thinking like a you know, like a cartoon catfish. We're gonna just kind of like do, and then it can have like a little fishy tail coming out the back. Like it's swimming this way. A little dorsal fin here. Maybe another one. And some cat ears, but then the cat ears cover up the tail. The little fishy tail I tried to put on there. He's a catfish. He's a catfish. He needs like a more of a fishy body then. Like that. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's an idea. And then we can just do kind of like a little fish kind of scattered on either side, maybe. It's just an idea. I tell myself as I try to refine it, it's just an idea. It's not, we don't have to commit to it as I clean up the line art. We don't have to commit. It's just an idea. Nobody said we had to do it. Alright, so I think I'm committing. Star for Stardust, maybe bubbles for Seafoam. Oh, bubbles! Yeah! Oh, I do like the bubbles idea. Yeah. Hang on. What if we create some bubbles? Have like a bubble that's kind of connected to another bubble. You know how they do that sometimes. A little eraser for that one. And then one down here. Bigger one here in the foreground. I do like the bubble idea. Okay, I think we're good. I think that's what we're gonna do. The bubble with a little catfish. Stars for Stars, bubbles for Seafoam. Yeah, after 3 hours, says Tanila, I have finished a 1-character sketch of my 3-character attack. LOL, the stream keeps me distracted. Keeps distracting me. Oh no, but yes, good, but also, oh no. Well, I'm glad that you're here and that I'm able to keep you company and that you guys are able to keep me company. It definitely helps, I think. It helps me anyway. I appreciate all the help and effort. I'm gonna grab, so I'm gonna do, because I didn't line the stars, so I don't really want to come in with a black liner and line this. But I do have like a teal felt tip pen that I think would work well for this. Let me go grab that real quick. So this is what I'm talking about, my little Papermate pens, you know, like these. We could do that for like our fish and our little bubbles to just align them. And then I think, question, so I want, Seafoam is more like, I feel like it's more of a this color than a, you know, it's more this than blue. Blue is for like the deeper part of the ocean. The Seafoam comes up kind of tealish green. After, oh, I already read that part. Yeah, so Space Fish, waiting for Leilani. Oh yeah, I know, Dia, I know. I'm sorry that you're waiting. We'll get there though. We'll get there. We'll be able to draw her. She'll be precious. We're gonna add, yeah, I think just like some colored line art for this guy. That way it doesn't feel too heavy down here. We're not adding heavy line art down here to compete with how light the lineless stars are up top. I do think the idea of this little catfish is cute, if I may say so myself. I think he's cute. And we'll give him his little fishy body and tail. Like that. And then we're gonna grab our seafoam color, which I think was this. And because I'm basing it off of this, right, from the skirt. And I think we can just do our bubbles, but also I want to be able to blend it. Hang on. We're gonna want to do some fun blending, so we'll get this turquoise blue, which is a lot lighter, and we'll be able to blend it to make the bubbles look more like bubbles. Woohoo, says Serb, I finished my attack before work, mission accomplished. That's so good, I'm glad you were able to pull that off. Hey, turquoise blue should be fun. Got it. Okay, so we'll start with that, and then we'll try blending in the darker blue. We're almost there, guys. We're almost done with this. So, what did I just say? Turquoise blue. We're gonna try this first for our bubbles. So let's do that. That's really pretty, I think. I like it. So we're gonna add this to the page. And then I'm also going to come in here with the other blue real quick and just try to add some more shape to it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more shape. It might look kind of green, which is interesting because it's not what I expected. Oh wait, I did expect that because I said it was a blue-green. I'm being silly. Of course I expected that, of course. This is all part of the plan. None of this is wrong. It's all part of the plan. And then we're just gonna blend that in a little bit. Like that. What do you guys think? Bubbles? We have achieved bubble. Can catfish say yeah? I think that'd be cute. I think, man. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and fill in the rest of these bubbles. And then we can wrap it up with this attack. This attack took way longer than I thought it would. We've been streaming for 3 hours? Oh my gosh. 3 hours already. That's so much. I don't know why I didn't expect that. And we're gonna just kind of do that. And we'll bring in the other blue. Again, we're just gonna shade the underside, kind of like the underbelly of the bubble. And we're gonna just keep it a little bit. We're gonna try to blend it a little bit. Just to gradient slightly. This music makes me think of like it would be in a masquerade ball or something. Well, not this one, the music just changed, but yeah. The previous one. So, I know that, Serbs is probably heading off to work. Bruh, I'm tired. Taking a break from doing attacks. Oh, my back hurts. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Yes, please rest your feet here. Stretch your back. If you're doing art attacks and you're starting to feel like cramped and cooped up, definitely rest and stretch. Stretch frequently. Stretch as frequently as you can so that you're not, doing yourself any kind of physical damage or disservice. I think we can just add like a teeny, just like a little little pop of the darker color on the underside of these little bubbles, the little bubbles. And then, oh, speaking of, kind of missed this one. And then we can do 1, 2, 3. We have 3 bubbles left, and then this one is done. This attack. Oh, and the fish. We have to color the fish, of course. I don't know why I forgot that part, but we'll get there. One step at a time, right, friends? Welcome to the back pain gang. How cramped are you, says some random guy. Yeah, Tanilla, oh, that would be perfect. Yeah, for the fishy, I agree. Scale of 1 to 10, not like a 3 or so, says bro, I'm tired, you. Yeah, rate your back pain. Rate your back pain. That was actually me yesterday for sure when I was at the beach. I was like, man, I really want to keep sketching, but I don't have a table to sketch on. And my back is starting to hurt, so I kind of had to make a decision about when to take a break and when to come back to it. Because it did get a little painful after a while. But yeah, breaks help. It helps to take a break, to stretch, to lay down if you need to really stretch out your back and you don't have like a good chair to recline into. Just lay down on like a sofa or a bed or something. And some random guy says a 4. People getting sand on their attacks. I know, I was so careful, I was so cautious. I was like, genuinely, I was so nervous taking this outside. I was like, I don't want this book to get ruined or damaged. Because for those who know, this is my other sketchbook, my travel sketchbook, and the damage is real, you guys. The damage is so real. Like this had, oh, ignore that page. This had, like, you can see the crinkles from the water spills and the coffee spills. Yeah, it's seen better days for sure. This sketchbook, but this was my first one, and it's not even that full. This is my first sketchbook, and it's only like, this much is how much I've done, and then this much is how much I haven't done. So, but it's like, there's really not that much marker work in here. This paper is not made for markers for sure, so it's mostly sketches and pencil and ink, things like that. And this is like places I've been. Like here was a trip to Las Vegas, and then this was like out my window in Vegas, and then we went to the Big Bear Lake, and this is the lake, you know, obviously. Camping in Italy Wild, and then some things I saw there. All of this is on my channel, but the point is the book is like really damaged, and I was so nervous taking this to the beach yesterday about damaging it. I was like, if I'm not actively drawing in it, I'm closing it and putting it away because I couldn't risk it. I did not want anything happening to this book. This isn't my first radio, says some random guy. Burbs, yeah, burbs. They were burbs. I drew some burbs. Oh, show burbs. Burbs. Yeah. And, goodness gracious. But, 2023, I think I started in 2022, but then I kind of like really devoted a lot of 2023 to the travel sketchbook because my channel is mostly digital art. This is not common here. I'm doing this specifically because it's not common. I'm using ArtFight as a chance to practice traditional art. What's commonly on my channel is a lot of digital art, and I wanted to use ArtFight as a time to work on my traditional skills. But I also, last year, like I said, did that travel sketchbook and was trying to work on my traditional skills that way. And I thought, like, well, a good way to maybe make it interesting for other people is to make it a travel sketchbook and draw places I go. And so I did that. And while I don't think that that was a bad idea, it just wasn't a very successful series of videos. They barely got very many views. And that's fine. I understand that, like, obviously I was learning, really learning. I was like really beginner mode on the drawings in that book. So it's not super impressive to watch to begin with. So I'm not upset that people didn't really care to really watch those videos. But it is just a shame that, like, part of my growth on this channel just it doesn't bring in views and I have to focus on doing things for the channel that people want to see, you know, for good reason. Like, nobody's obligated to waste their time watching something they don't want to watch. So it's push and pull, give and take a little bit with YouTube. I think we're going to talk about that a little bit today on our not our live stream, on our podcast episode that we're recording. So the next one that comes out, we're going to sort of discuss like being an art YouTuber and people who are interested in it, kind of what to expect if you wanted to start like streaming your art or making videos, and like maybe you've put up a couple speed paints and you want to know how to grow your channel. And like the three of us combined will have plenty of experience to talk about with trying the exact same things and all of that. So if you're interested in that, that's coming out in a couple of weeks, because it takes a couple weeks to edit them after the episodes or after the podcast is filmed. Space Burbs this is some random guy. Oh, we gotta color the fish, but then this one, it really will be done then. We just gotta color our little fishy. And I kind of want to do, I'm gonna bring in a little bit of this yellow because I want to kind of bring back the yellow a little bit. Gotta carry it over. Right, we gotta like try and have it like, you want some colors to repeat, right? Like we want these colors from up here to repeat down here a little bit. I'm gonna bring in some of this green too. This green is from her shirt and shorts, so that's where we're seeing this color kind of repeat. So I'm gonna bring a little bit of that in. And it also goes really well with the liner that I used. So I think that's good. Being a little bit spotty with it because I don't really know what the pattern is that I want this catfish to have. So I'm kind of just figuring it out. And then I'm going to try to blend it together with this yellow a little bit again. So we're going to come back in here with this yellow and try to do something with that. And like I said, I'm still learning, like really fresh to this. That's the whole point of doing these traditional drawings, these marker drawings. Specifically, it's the markers that I'm focusing on for ArtFight, because I really want to try and grow that skill. I want to get better at it. I want to get it to the place where people want to watch it, you know? And that's kind of one of my hopes for this ArtFight and for this attack. Grab this and kind of color in his nose and his eyes. And I think last but not least, we're going to just give it a little bit of shadow here to the parts of the body that should kind of like fall behind other parts. Like that. What do you guys think? I consider this attack complete. The only thing that we could possibly want to do maybe is come in here with this pen, this rolly ball pen, and maybe just carve out a tiny highlight on the catfish. Like that. And Dunzo, 10 out of 10 says bingo. Serb says cute. Thank you. Bra says, bra, I'm tired. Something to relax. Something so relaxing about watching someone use markers. I agree. I've just become so fascinated with it. I've been watching, obviously Drawing with Waffles. I've been watching Sparkles Draws. I think that's her channel name. Let me see. I'm going to show you guys. Let me flip over for a second. And we're going to go in here, not to this. That's not what I wanted. I want to go to my playlists, and we're gonna look at techniques I want to try because there's videos in here.
Hello, everybody. This is Mecca.
Stop. Okay, there we go. So yeah, Sarah Fabrizi. I've been looking at hers because like I'm gonna mute this. Like look at this, beautiful, right? So I've been looking at other people drawing with markers to kind of like teach myself, like watch it, absorb it through my eyeballs, through osmosis, and then look at how, I mean, this is just incredible. Like they start out with like the sketch, they line it. This is obviously going to be a short, so it's 16 seconds long, but then they color it and it just all comes out so beautiful. It's harder for me to learn from shorts because they go by so quickly and it's hard to pick up what you're seeing. So I prefer the longer videos. Here's the sparkle one I was talking about, sparkle draws. I kept trying to say, I was like, it's got sparkle in the name, that's all I know. But Sparkle Draws does some really cute art too. There's a burb, another burb. Yeah, but like, gosh, let me see. So like here's kind of, and then she's using the White Roly Gel pen to do some of these. I love how she drew the tape into the picture of the bird, like she taped in this bird's picture. It's super cute. Yeah, so Sparkle Draws. I like her videos. I like Call Me Roz, but they're really short. I like Sarah Fabrizi's, the first one I showed you. She has a lot of more long form videos that have good marker drawings. And here's another one that I saved. Oh yeah, her art is so good, so good. Carol Mello. I don't know that there's like markers in here necessarily, but what I did like was the inking. I thought the inking in her work is just so stunning. It's incredible. Like it really, really is. Who else? Just a lot of Sparkle Draws, a lot of Sarah Fabrizi, and then the shorts by Call Me Raw were the big ones. So this is like the list, the techniques I want to try. This is my ArtFight plan, is to learn from watching these and then trying to do something similar with my own attacks and drawings. That was like sort of the whole plan. And we kind of got there, I think. Maybe sort of, kind of. Let's take a look. There we go. I like Oliver Antics' Bra Untied. I do too. Oliver Antics is so good. I feel like they mostly do digital, don't they? I feel like they do. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the channel in a minute, but I do think that it's mostly digital. Yeah. So I'm like looking for people who are like specifically doing traditional art, because Dee, I know. You keep reminding me, and I'm gonna draw her, but I'm not gonna continue on stream today because I want to be able to focus and draw faster. And on stream, I'm also trying to do like a video, and I'm trying to talk to folks, and I love all of it. Oh, this thing needs whiskers. Hello, hang on. 2 seconds. We gotta add some whiskers to our catfish. But I will draw your character, and I think the fastest way for me to get back to you on drawing that is if I draw it off camera, just because that way I'm not trying to also keep up a conversation. I can focus on drawing just a little bit quicker. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream. I appreciate you spending however long that you were able to join me. I appreciate every minute of it. It has been 3.5 hours, which is a lot for me. I'm not usually that long of a streamer, but I will be back again with more streams soon, and I will update those. I always schedule them a couple days in advance, so if you want to know when I'm streaming next, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That's the best way. The other great way to find out if I'm streaming is to join our Discord server, because I have an announcements section in Discord that will let you know whenever I am. Oh, right. We can just close this and I can show you Discord. So if you join the Discord server, I'll bring this down here. Disable streamer mode for a second. There's an announcements section here, and this updates with everything that I'm doing. So my webtoon is in here if you want to check out my webtoon, especially if you draw one of my webtoon characters and want to see what chapter your drawing goes in. It will be here. Just like today, live streams will update here. I also have regular videos that get posted here. My new videos for the podcast are coming out here. So if you like Pilfer Pup Draws, if you like Already-ish, and you like me, the best place to hang out with us is on our podcast, because all three of us will be there. And lastly, if I scroll back far enough, we will find, yes, my gaming videos. These are a little bit less frequent. These happen once in a blue moon, but I do have a separate channel just for gaming. So if you really just want to have a little background noise and see some cool game footage, these will show up sometimes in Discord. So all of that said, please feel free to join the Discord. I know that the Blue Recluse just did. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Thank you for joining, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great art fight. And we'll draw attacks again in the future, so stay tuned.